last of it. But that's great to know. Good to know. Keep that. So, let's see. I'll make a little note to myself. Yeah, if anyone else, because we have Tanya, Gordon, and Bob, if you have a business, go ahead and put what that business is in the chat, and then I could kind of like tailor the presentation to basically show you how you can leverage AI in your business. So, of course, one of the biggest things.
Awesome. I just wanted to say good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Is that Tanya? Pleasure to meet you. How's your day going?
It's going beautifully so far.
Amazing. Tell me about your AI goals for business, for career.
Oh, sorry about that. I had a phone call coming through. Hold on just a second.
I like putting people on the spot. No worries.
Right.
it's
I love that.
Recording in progress.
it's all fun here.
I just actually got started. Like, I have a little bit of everything going on. So I'm about to get my real estate license, but I'm also um, I'm also starting or wanting to be a creator on TikTok for products and services, and like I'm more so interested in the faceless aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
However, and what I've been told, um, is that it's really like challenging to do faceless, because the algorithm doesn't really like look at AI produced videos in a way where it's like recognized and pushed out as well as like somebody coming on camera.
Yep.
So that's primarily where I sit at, but I don't necessarily believe that. I don't believe that has to be true. I do feel like it might take a little bit more effort,
Mm-hmm.
but I really love the notion of being able to create just from an artistic standpoint, different ways of marketing where you don't have to actually put yourself out in the forefront to be the actual brand, and where you can actually create a brand under a larger umbrella, um, that has uh, that is attached to maybe a larger project. So I don't. If anything, I like quiet money. I'm not. I would not want to be the splurgy type in a way of like everybody look at me. That's not my deal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just like the fact that if I can build something around creativity, and have products be able to come through that, like I guess you would say like a funnel type of
Mm-hmm.
system, that would please me so much. Like I was sitting there thinking to myself the other day, I said, "There's all these AI tools, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you got these AI tools that can create, you know, uh, a video from your prompts, and then, you know, you need another one to like. Is there another AI that can actually cut this video in a way where it can fit into the social media or Instagram, and then it cut it to fit into the social media of TikTok, you know?" And so I was wishing like that there was like this machine
Mm-hmm.
that I get to plug all of these AI apps into, and depending on where I set those AI apps in this machine, the the process that let's start I start with a prompt, and it just goes through this machine, and it
Mm-hmm.
does everything for you. Of course, during those, like going through all the different apps in this machine, and it comes out on the other end, you know, what you want it to be. And I
Mm-hmm.
know this sounds like very fairy tale-ish,
No. No. Not necessarily.
but not
Mm-mm.
necessarily, but
No.
yeah, that's
Actually,
what I
no.
was thinking.
Nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing all the details because a lot of business owners on the call are all have the same sentiments of like, wait a minute, this AI thing is pretty big. I can't sleep on this. Two, oh my god, I got to get AI skills to learn how to use these AI tools. Which ones are out there? Third, oh my god, there's these faceless channels out there and they're making money. How can I do that as well too? And then fourth,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, there's a lot of this. There's a lot going around about AI and automation. How can I automate my whole business so that it runs like a clockwork and very minimal input on my behalf, basically. There are quite a few details about that. I want to riff on that for just a few minutes too, because it's gonna actually set the tone for everything else that I'm going to go into, like the actual demos as well too. So it actually works perfect. Nice. But Tanya, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that.
You're
Devin,
welcome.
good to see you again. Good to see everyone. Welcome. Let's start cooking. I have, wow, oh boy, we have 2 hours ahead of us. You're not obligated to stay for the whole 2 hours. This won't be recorded. I say that you're secretly going to get the recording, but just I really need you to stay to pay attention because this isn't something that you could just, AI is not something that you could just passively learn kind of thing. It's something that's so important that it's literally going to determine will you have a job or income next year, to be frank, kind of thing. The world's moving very fast. Everyone is very far behind, and we need to get you guys caught up on what is the state of AI as of today, specifically for business. So I please highly recommend take this opportunity to do two things. One, take notes because I'm going to share every secret tool, do demos of the most popular AI tools out there. I have about 5. We may get to about 8, depending on time. I'm going to show you how to actually use them in your business to get more leads, get more sales, automate your content, grow, and without having to hire employees, as they say. So the way the presentation is going to work is I'm going to kind of break it up into 2 parts. Part 1, give me about 45 minutes of just straight value. I need to get everyone up to speed on what is the state of AI, what are the best tools, how are people using them, what are the opportunities. So just give me 45 minutes to go at least deep into bringing up everyone up to date because AI changes every week. Literally 1 month in AI is like 6 months in the real world, and even for all the people in my community where we religiously use and stay up to date with AI every day, there's a lot coming down the pipeline. And so my goal for this presentation is basically, I promise you that you're going to walk away with understanding on the current state of AI. So whenever anyone mentions what is AI, how is it being used, what use cases, and which are the best tools, most importantly, you're going to walk away with that full understanding by the end of today. And then next week, surprisingly, it could change. So I highly recommend, please, continuously to stay up. That's why I do this series. I have a weekly education series. This is just one to educate business owners and professionals in the state of AI, because the industry moves so fast. If you are just a month behind, it's literally going to, like, I cannot stress enough. I'm not going to be much of a doom and gloomer kind of thing. It's like more, but realistically, it's going to determine if you have a profitable job or business next year. Seriously. So with that, let's talk about all the cool things that AI has to offer. So today's agenda, during the next 45 minutes, I ask just for your undivided attention. Please, highly recommend take notes. Physical piece of paper, digital notebook, Apple Notes, Notion, pen and paper, post-it note, really doesn't matter. I'm going to move fast. This isn't going to be recorded, and I'm going to share a ton of AI tools and use cases. Literally the most cutting edge, the best to show you what's possible. I'm going to show you a lot of automation tools. The focus of, if the main benefit, if I were to summarize everything and just say, why would you want to learn AI? You get your time back. The most important commodity to your life and to your business and competitive advantage is the time that you, is your time. And so AI is going to give you such, to say 10x competitive is like a joke. I'm going to try and make this a little bit storytelling, a little bit, because I want to paint the story of 2 characters, so that we can just kind of understand what the difference is between someone learning AI and who has AI skills and someone who is just dabbling. That's going to be the main kind of like story or theme I'm going to kind of weave through as I go through this. I'm going to show you the number 1. If I had to pick one AI tool, and I'm going to answer this at the very end, if I had to pick one AI tool, one subscription that's going to be the beast of the workhorse AI agent for your business to help you get more done in a day than most do in a week, I will share that, and it's not ChatGPT. I'll share that at the very end. And at the very end, I'm gonna save the last hour for like Q&A, a little bit of business coaching. So if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, you really want to like a little bit more focus of tailored of like, okay, what AI tools are specific to my business, or how can I actually use it in my specific industry? If you do jewelry, real estate, consulting, or faceless, then I could go a little bit deeper into business coaching. So real quick, who am I? Why would you want to listen to me? Let's go. I think I could, yeah, let's get it from here. So great to meet everyone. My name is Jonathan Acuna. I am a technology consultant by trade. I build marketing automation systems for startups and multi-million dollar companies. So my job is to come in, automate their marketing and sales, increase their leads, get them more traffic, and help them streamline their entire operation so that they don't have to hire additional employees. Employees don't like me in a way that when I walk into a business, I'm going to eliminate anywhere from 1 to 10 full-time jobs on average because of the power of the skills that I have from knowing how to actually properly use technology, of what I'm going to actually show you today, kind of thing. So it's a very dangerous superpower, but know that those people that I replace, they replace themselves by not upskilling themselves, which is the dangerous thing. So I need you to take your education seriously when it comes to your career and technology behind. There's two phases to this whole AI kind of space that I'm going to slightly kind of talk about. Space level one is everyone needs computer literacy. I guarantee probably everyone on this call hasn't taken much of a computer class within the last decade. There's a lot in just how to work online and work in a digital environment. I'm going to touch on that a little bit later. Then you get into the AI kind of stuff. If I were to give everyone just kind of like a 10,000 foot view roadmap of like what everything AI and like a journey kind of thing, it would be this chart right here, or this little graph right here. So highly recommend take a screenshot if you guys want. This is on the left is where you start, on the right is where you finish. This is just kind of just to go through all the categories of how AI can impact both a profession and a business, and then how you can actually leverage AI in the different levels in your business or in your career. Again, not applicable for everyone, say for example professionals, but if you're an entrepreneur or you're a consultant, coach, freelancer, and you run your own business, these are all the different ways that you can actually plug AI into your business, your marketing, sales, and operations. But when I onboard clients into AI, both professionals and business owners, I walk them through this same roadmap. I don't take everyone through the whole chart, but this is the kind of path that I take everyone to go through, basically. So starting off, it surprisingly starts with the computer. I know a lot of people want to dive right into like ChatGPT, but if you're using outdated technology, there's no way on this God's green earth that AI is going to help you in any shape, way, or form. After coaching 700 plus entrepreneurs, I guarantee that 100% of all the ones that are using PC are still broke, in the sense that they can't really unlock the true value of what it means to work in a digital online world, because you're now competing with everyone globally, and especially on social media, and especially with AI. So internet, all of this kind of democratizes everything. So I need you to, I know it sounds very rudimentary, but I need you to just start with the right hardware before we get into the cool stuff of like ChatGPT and GenSpark and all those fun AI tools. If you're trying to run them on PC, please, I just encourage you to invest or get any outdated Mac, refurbished, basically M1 16 gig. That already is going to help give you a huge update into basically the tech world, basically, because you're dealing with everyone that's tech literate. So just know that your hardware also would dictate how much money you make online on business and stuff like that in your career. I know it's super silly, but it is what it is, which sucks. So I'm going to go over, let's see, the state of AI as it is, and then we're going to go into tools. But yeah, let's start there. Okay. When someone says, let's go through right now the top 5 AI tools I feel everyone should know about, basically. More than just ChatGPT. If you know ChatGPT, that's great, but just know that there's so many more levels to the game. Don't worry, Devin. I have a lot of people in my community that are PC. Just think of it as a placeholder and motivation that eventually you'll save and move to a Mac. Just know when you make that transition, oh, you'll 10x your productivity. Each one of these tips that I share will 10x your productivity. Like, it's an insane competitive advantage. So what are the top 5 AI tools that everyone should know outside of just ChatGPT? These are mainly there's a bunch out there, but these are, oh, man, some of these, let's see. Again, some of these have changed over time, which is also, I have to keep my notes update every every week, and it's interesting to be in an industry where everything changes every week, different models, different updates, different things. If I want you to think of having AI skills like having a multi-tool. um, each of these AI tools, not all AI is created equally. Each of these AI tools is a specialty in their specific use case. Yes, a lot of them share the same features. For example, like ChatGPT could create images, and so can Midjourney. But the differences in quality, that's the most important thing. Someone who makes images in Midjourney is going to make realistic photo, faceless content, realistic photo content, even video. They're going to get farther ahead on Midjourney than trying to create images in ChatGPT. Of course, you can, but again, the main thing I want you to walk away from here is that whenever, for whatever task or job that you're working on, there's a specific AI tool that's out there that will help you accomplish that job, to, one, to a higher quality, and then two, to uh, faster too. Or worse, you're going to be using horrible tools. The worst thing that don't want you guys to do is use the wrong tool. For example, some people on this call are using Copilot. Please stop. Copilot is not AI, it is a trash product. And so there are much better AI tools that are out there. These are the top 5 AI tools that we teach to all our entrepreneurs inside the AI community. And oh my God, it's such a cheat code. Okay, so let's go through some of these, because now we're going to get into demos. How are we actually using them in our business to get ahead? And the whole thing of all the common string across all of these demos is someone is going to be doing this task manually, and they're going to be wasting 5 hours to get that job or task done. Someone with AI skills is going to get it done in minutes, pretty much less than 10 minutes. So that's that time difference. Time is money. And to every business owner, if we can speed up the productivity of your business by 2x without having to hire additional employees, meaning you'll generate more revenue without having to incur any additional cost by using AI, that's basically what we want to do here, is to increase your output with minimal effort. Because as we go forward into the future, companies and businesses aren't going to be hiring more. They're going to be hiring less, and they're not going to be hiring experts. They're going to be hiring generalists. They're going to hire people who have a general understanding of how to use all the different AI tools, such as the ones on my screen. Not these specifically per se, but they're the best in the category, which is more important, like image, video, text, apps, automation, and so forth. That anyone in the company who has AI skills, you walk on water. You could get a raise, like literally. Like, you want a 10% raise? Learn AI skills, replace one or more people's work in your business or company using the AI skills, and I guarantee you will become more valuable over time. So let's start with ChatGPT, but this isn't going to be a beginner boring class with just prompt engineering. I'm not going to cover it. You should technically have prompt engineering down by now, or at least read an article about it or an understanding about it. Let's go to ChatGPT, because I want to stick with a lot of like the high level advanced stuff. Okay. Grok is trash. Same. Grok's great for real-time information, but I wouldn't use it for any project or client work. Grok, Copilot, horrible AI tools. I actually went to an AI conference 2 days ago. Guys built amazing automations and everything. The the person who walked in with the PC laptop never got to present because they had driver issues with the projector, so they couldn't present their AI tool, which was kind of sad. The other person asked for an update to say like, "Hey, can we get Microsoft Copilot added to their app?" The whole place started laughing. It was like, "Oh, why are you using Copilot? Like, there's way better, more powerful AI tools out there." For example, ChatGPT is not my daily driver. There's better tools. So, in this story, I want to say share two. I want to try and kind of like storyfy it in a way. I want a quick little story about, let's say, um, where's the let's do this. Let's say have a little fun with this. Okay, let's take. I'm gonna take Jack. Jack looks very studious here, and then Jack and Bob. This is not in to anyone specifically. I just want to create two characters. Jack keeps up with technology because I want you to also like kind of like see where habits are going to be very interesting going forward. So let's see. Wait, hold on. There we go. This is going to make sense in just a moment. Cool. Meet two business owners, Jack and Bob. Jack is a AI consultant, and Bob is a existing business owner who doesn't want to change. Oh, Bob. There we go. I know. This will make much more sense as I continue. Okay. Meet Jack and Bob. Jack is an AI consultant. He stays up to date with AI. He reads all the news. He follows YouTube channels. And he also dedicates 30 minutes a day to just playing with new AI tools. Jack is able to start as an AI consultant, and he has his first job working with a small business to helping to automate their business to save them time, to increase revenue. Bob is an existing business owner. Bob has been running his business the same for the last 20 years. He makes about $500,000 a year. He's very happy with it. He has a staff that is above the age of 30. He's been running everything the same, and he's also a consultant. They're actually both in the same industry. So Jack is an AI consultant for small businesses leveraging AI. Bob is a traditional consultant that wants to come in and just kind of like give advice, help improve operations and so forth. But the only difference between Jack and Bob is Jack is all AI. Jack AI. Jack knows every tool, he's practiced he knows how to leverage them. So I'm going to show you what Jack is able to do for these demos. And then we're just going to feel sad for Bob for the rest of the series because Bob can't do any of these things because Bob's using a PC. He doesn't attend training. He doesn't watch YouTube. He reads the newspaper. Like Bob's business is secretly going to fail next year. He doesn't know it yet. But his revenue is stagnant. It's not growing. It's not declining. It's just stagnant. And he's like, okay, things are good. But if he's not growing, you're actually dwindling. Okay, so client comes to Jack and Bob. And the client's like, man, I have, let's go here. Let's ChatGPT. Okay, cool. This is going to be a very interesting. Cool. So a business owner who's a lawn care, let's say lawn, um, these guys do, he's a contractor and they do lawn and patio basically. So let's say Steve from Steve Pavers goes to both Jack and Bob. And he's like, Jack, Bob, meets with them separately. I need to automate my business. I don't have enough hours in the day. I'm overwhelmed. I can't hire anyone new, not until the next 6 months when the season picks up. I'm in a dry season right now. And then so he's like, help me. What can I do? So then Jack, who knows AI, they both shadow Steve. They watch Steve how he like goes through his day, and they notice Steve creates estimates. And an estimate kind of looks like this. An estimate, whenever they go and meet with a client, every client's a little bit different. They have to do, they have different services, like they're doing lawn, they're doing patio kind of thing. So they meet with the customer, and Steve has to give the customer a quote, and every quote is different. And the quote is made up of the time, material, and labor plus profit for them to properly estimate the job or the project. Let's say Steve's working with a homeowner and they want to build a new patio, for example, and also replace the lawn. So they need an estimate. They need to estimate a time. So what Steve did, Steve called a bunch of different business owners, or Steve called a bunch of different consultants, and Steve's very competitive where if he doesn't get the contract to the client in time, he lost the deal. So he lost the money, basically. And so it takes Steve an hour to sit down and do the math, to manually calculate what is the time, material, and labors it takes to basically quote a job so that it's profitable. He wins the bid. But Steve can only do so many quotes a day. He's capped at 3 because anything more takes more time. So he's running out of time. So then he talks to Jack and Bob, and Bob is like, why don't you use Excel? Why don't you use a little Excel calculator formula, and builds this complex, outdated Excel formula. And then Steve's frustrated because he hates Excel. So then he leaves Bob and goes to Jack and tells Jack the same story. And Jack's like, I got you. I know exactly what tool to use. And so what Jack does is Jack knows, because of his AI skills, he's going to pick the right tool. He's going to pick the right multi-tool, basically. In his toolbox, he's going to go, I'm going to look at these tools and which one can help Steve. And he goes, you know what? ChatGPT, custom GPTs can totally do that. So then he takes some notes with Steve and says, okay, how much is the material? Can you show me some examples? What's the input? What's the output like? What are you looking for? Okay, cool, I got it. So Jack collects all the details, goes home, and over the next 2 hours, doesn't even take that long, Jack goes and builds a custom GPT for Steve. And I actually have that custom GPT right here. It does exist. So Jack spends only 2 hours to build this custom GPT. A custom GPT is like building an app without having to write a line of code to do one of two things, one of two options. A custom GPT can either be a tool to help you do a job that you do over and over and over again, but instead of taking a long time to do it, it condenses the time. So instead of an hour, it takes minutes, for example. The other thing that it does is it becomes an expert business coach or an advisor that knows every detail about your business so that you can make better choices. So there's always two use cases when it comes to using custom GPTs. You're going to build a tool to basically save you time, or you're going to build an advisor, a subject matter expert that you could consult with to make better decision making. That's what custom GPTs basically come in two flavors. So I don't have time to show you what's underneath the hood, but let's do a use case of it. So Jack builds this in 2 hours because it doesn't take that long to build these things. These things are very fast and very easy to build. You're not writing a single line of code. And what happens is, so now Jack is going to demo this custom GPT that he built for Steve to say, hey, Steve, remember, it takes you an hour to do a quote. How about 30 seconds? How about we condense it? Instead of an hour of time, it takes only 30 seconds and your quotes are accurate, so it actually increases your profitability of your business. And Steve's like, what? What do you mean? Show me. I don't believe you. So then Jack goes, okay, here's an example of a custom GPT, and he could use this on his mobile phone. He can use this on his tablet. And so what Steve has to do, he has to calculate what's the cost of a 25-foot retaining wall that's 3 feet high. You don't have to worry about like the details kind of thing. But he has to produce a quote. He has to quote the client how much is it going to cost him to do this project, and he has to quote it profitably, and he has to do it fast, because if he doesn't do it fast enough, his competitors are going to be faster. Speed to lead, whoever responds first wins the deal. So time is money. And so this custom GPT knows everything about the time, materials, and labor of Steve's business. All of those details are programmed in the brain. This is why you can't use a regular ChatGPT conversation to get this output. A regular ChatGPT conversation does not have the details of the time, labor, and materials that Steve uses in his business. That's what's called local knowledge, knowledge that is found outside of ChatGPT or any large language model. And so that's where custom GPTs are very powerful. They allow you to marry ChatGPT with some custom knowledge that isn't found online, and then tailor it for a specific use case. So as soon as I press the button or just ask the question, what is the cost for this project? I'm done. That took 3 seconds to basically write that out, and I'm done. My job is done for doing the estimate. Now, Steve can look at this and be like, okay, here's the dimensions, here's everything. He has to tell the client what's included, so he has to manually write all these things out. It's done. Then he has to do the cost breakdown. He has to sit down. He has to go look up the prices, the material. All that's in the GPT, so it's done. And he has to do the math and manually calculate and get the calculator out to figure out the estimate for each of the materials and the time. It's done. It's already figured out the estimate. If he quotes this price, Steve will remain profitable. He now is able to generate a quote in 3 seconds versus an hour. So think of how that is as a competitive advantage, because Steve can only produce 3 quotes a year or 3 quotes a day. So it caps him. And then second, it takes him an hour. So he's actually losing clients by taking so long to respond, for example. But now Jack, AI consultant Jack, built this custom GPT so that now, right on the spot, Steve can sit down, again, at the very end of the job, type that in the requirements to the custom GPT, and literally before he leaves the job site, he could email and print out a quote that's profitable, that's accurate, and that's done with very little effort. And Bob lost a client because Bob wanted to solve it with Excel, and no one uses Excel. That's one example of a custom GPT that can be used in a business to gain such a competitive advantage to get one thing done. Now, this let's do another quick example. Let's go to Sally. Sally is this one is a, let's do, yes, let's say Sally is a public speaker. We should put her in industry. She's a real estate agent. Okay. Sally meet our next example. These people don't exist, but I'm trying to build like use stories to like show the use cases of like how powerful basically this is. Okay, let's just pick her, Sally. Meet Sally. She's a real estate agent. She has to produce a ton of content, and she spends an hour every single time to write the script for a piece of content. And she's like, it's so annoying, it's time consuming. So then she goes to our two consultants, Jack and Bob, and she goes to Bob and says, ask Bob, how can I write scripts automatically? How can I do this? And Bob hasn't taken an AI class. He has no clue. He's like, I don't know, you should probably ask ChatGPT. He doesn't know about custom GPTs. He's probably recommending Copilot to say, try that. And so she gets very frustrated with Bob. She feels Bob's kind of outdated. So she gets annoyed. And she goes to Google and she finds Jack. So Jack meets with her, and Jack shadows her and watches how she writes content. And Jack goes, you know what? An hour of your time is taking too long to write a piece of content. What if I built an AI tool that did that for you? And she's like, what? What do you mean build an AI tool that can write my content for me? He's like, yeah, you know what? It's going to write it in seconds. What do you mean write it in seconds? That's like, it takes me an hour. How is your tool that doesn't know me, doesn't know my brand voice, doesn't know my persona, anything about the content I created? It's going to sound very robotic. And Jack's like, don't worry. Give me a day. I'll come back tomorrow with the demo. And so Jack goes home and goes to ChatGPT, and he builds a custom GPT. Or again, he looks at his toolkit and is like, which is the best job tool for this job? And he's like, out of all of them, the quick, fast, and easy best way is a custom GPT. That should be the solution. So he goes to ChatGPT, and what do you know? I have that custom GPT already built. So it's going to be this one. Cool. So Jack spends 2 hours going through Sally's content, and he downloads her top 10 videos from YouTube, takes the transcript, all the words that were spoken in all 10 of those videos, gives that to technically he wouldn't give that to ChatGPT. He gives it to GenSpark to do a brand analysis. ChatGPT is very rudimentary for stuff like that. You want to use a much more powerful tool, and I'll do a demo of what GenSpark is. But he gives it to GenSpark. Hey, GenSpark, can you analyze this persona to make a writing agent, an agent that writes in her style, in her voice, in her brand, and knows all the details about her business? And so then he also scrapes all the information about her from her website. He has an AI agent in GenSpark that does a deep dive research in everything about her business, what she's accomplished in the last 10 years as a real estate agent, scraped all of that information, and now has 2 documents. One has a document of her brand voice, and then also all her popular content. And then second, it knows everything about her business, how it operates, pricing, everything like call to action, all of that. So he just downloaded everything about her in less than an hour, just scraped it off the web, put that into a custom GPT, and now tailored this custom GPT to write short form content in her brand voice, and does it in seconds rather than an hour. And she has to do content every day. She has to create a ton of pieces of content. And that takes so much time, especially think about top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel strategy. You don't want to just post and hope. You want to be very intentional about the content that you post. So I'm going to say create. Sorry if you guys can, there you go. Let's say script for she's a real estate agent, so we're just going to focus on first time home buyers buying their first property. Something simple. So Jack built this custom GPT, and now he's showing it to Sally. And he's like, hey, Sally, wouldn't you like to just write one sentence about the idea of whatever piece of content that you want to create? And this custom GPT bot will automatically generate all your content, or at least the scripts, to solve that problem really fast and easy. Generating the content is a whole different, we'll talk about that real quick, actually, right after. And so in just a few seconds, this custom GPT knows everything about her business, knows the topic that she's created, plus it's designed to write viral content. Specifically, if you don't know about what makes content viral, very simple. It's broken down into 3 parts. There is the hook. What is the first sentence in the first 3 seconds that you say in a video that literally will make and break your video? If anyone is on here that is struggling to break out of, they call it the 200 view jail, which technically doesn't exist. But if you're in the 200 view jail and you're like, man, I'm posting content, John, I don't get more than 200 views ish, maybe 500, 200. I think I'm shadow banned. No, you're not. You're not shadow banned. Your content just bluntly, sucks. It doesn't have a hook. It's not missing the 3 elements to actually create content. So that's why every content that you put out, if it's not getting 1 to 10,000 plus views, it's because the structure of your content is not structured properly. Every short form piece of content has 3 pieces necessary: hook, proof, value. What's the hook? The first thing that you're going to say in the first 3 seconds to grab their attention, to stop the scroll. Second, the proof: where did you get this fact? Where did you find this? Why are you, how did you come across this special knowledge? And then value: what are 3 tips? What is a resource? What's one thing they could do today to stop living in pain and start moving towards pleasure, which is basically stop living in a home that they don't love, but then moving towards a home that they do want to live in and raise a family, for example. So these are now pieces of content that now Sally can use to say she can get on camera and her or her avatar. And I will show you how to create an AI avatar right after this. Just a little teaser. Cool. Sally could get on camera, use a teleprompter, and say, you've been lied to about what it really takes to buy your first home. Did you know that 78% of first-time buyers think they need 20% down? False. You can get started with as little as 3%. Did you know that credit score matters, but not as much as you think? And pre-approval isn't an option. It's your power tool. I'm going to show you how to buy your first-time property in this 1-minute video. And you just kind of go through the video. If you're doing this, you're silently sabotaging your chances of getting approved for your first time home. Lenders check everything. One wrong move and they will tank your file. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to not open new credit cards and why that could prevent you from buying your first time home, how to stop co-signing loans, and how to not make big purchases before closing because it can impact your chances of getting your first time home. So these are pieces of content. Again, they're hyper specific, they're tailored, they're written in her brand voice, they're niched down to her industry. And if Sally gets on camera and says these magic words, she will get more views, get more followers, attract a following, and then get leads and clients without having to run paid ads. So that's why content is so important. It has a higher learning curve. It's just a skill set. Just know that if your content isn't like performing the best, it's because you don't have a structure, basically. There's no hook, there's no proof, there's no value. That's why people aren't watching your videos. Very important. So Jack shows this custom GPT to Sally, and she is blown away. Sally now no longer has to waste an hour per piece of content. Now she could rip through all her scripts in about 5 minutes, and then she gets more time to serve her clients. She could actually make more phone calls. She could follow up with more leads. And then Sally doesn't even have to get on camera. What do you mean, John? Sally doesn't have to get on camera. Sally also talked with Jack and Bob and said, hey, I don't want to get on camera. I hate getting on camera. I don't have time. I got to get up. I got to get dressed. I got to do the makeup and the hair. And I got to get the camera and the lighting. I got to set it up. And then the battery is not charged. And then I don't know what to do with the SD card. And oh my God, there's lighting and the gardeners in the background and all these excuse. So Bob just says, well, shoot at night or shoot at home. Not much of a solution for Bob. Jack goes, wait a minute. I got you. I know another tool, because Jack's an AI consultant. Jack is certified. Jack knows all the best AI tools, how to use them. So he knows first how to understand the problem. Second, how to choose the right tool. So then Jack goes, wait a minute. I got you. I have a secret tool. And he goes in his toolkit and he has to dig a little bit deeper, because from what I showed you, Jack's like, wait a minute. Okay, I'm AI certified. These are the top 5 tools, but none of these tools do AI video. Okay, I need something else. There's something else out there in the market. So thankfully, Jack is part of the AI community, and he does a post in the community, tools. And one of the members recommends, hey, you should probably do HeyGen. Because in the community, just to kind of show you guys a little, in the community, we have all of the tools. All of the 24 AI tools that are out there, the best out there. So that's why Jack was like, oh my God, I need help. Which is the best tool? He goes to the community. They're like, you should probably use HeyGen. Jack's like, HeyGen? So then Jack goes to the AI community library, watches the 20-minute recording on how to use HeyGen, and then goes to HeyGen, creates an account, and he clones Sally. Yes, he clones Sally. For this example, I'm just going to pick an avatar here that kind of looks like Sally. Let's just say her, for example. Let's say this looks like Sally. If you guys don't know, HeyGen, HeyGen, is an AI video to do quote unquote, you could kind of technically do faceless content with this, but what it's really designed for is cloning who is the influencer for your brand. I'm going to say this kind of short and brief kind of thing. People buy from people. There is a challenge or limitation with faceless channels. One, they're 10 times harder to grow. Two, they're a one-trick pony. They can only sell one or two products. Three, they'll never be a brand. Every business, everyone on this call is an entrepreneur. You are influencer first, business second. You are a content creation media department first, business second. If you're struggling with leads, getting more leads and getting more sales, it's a direct correlation with how much content that you're putting out. Little content, little sales. More content, more sales. So, and here's the biggest thing, I'm just kind of simplifying a lot of this. You need to have a face on camera. You need to have a face on camera. People buy from people. If you bought any product within the last 6 months, it's most likely because it was recommended by a friend, an influencer, a person that you can know, like, and trust and seen their face. So especially for purchases over like $500, for example, like you're going to want to know to see someone's face, especially if you're going to want to spend big money too. So HeyGen allows you to take whoever is the face or brand of your business, turn them into an AI avatar clone that you can then feed any script and they will speak in their native language or in their original voice and read the script basically, which is so nice. Like this is such a hack. So I'm going to take one of these scripts that's already done with ChatGPT, and I'm just going to take actually the first one. Ooh, actually these three right here. I'm going to take these and just say, just give me the script without the sections. I'm going to ask ChatGPT, yo, ChatGPT, can you just give me the raw script? Yeah, that works good. So now I got the raw script. I'm going to take that script. I am not going to get on camera. I am not going to get dressed up for camera. And then let's see. So now we're going to feed the script into our AI avatar. Check the voice.
As a first-time buyer, these 3 lessons would have saved me thousands. I learned the hard way. Here's your shortcut. Your agent matters more than your budget.
Number 1. Number 2. I just want to fix the script so it sounds a little more. This is just whenever you've listened to a bunch of content, you know, it just helps there. Okay, cool. So now I fix the script. I'm going to click submit, and then I'm going to do a real estate demo. Cool, I'm done. I created a script. I created an avatar. That took maybe 5 minutes. And now I have a piece of content that I can schedule to upload online. We'll just wait for this to load. It's loading the voices. While this is going to cook, it's going to take roughly 2 minutes to process this video. So this is what I'm showing you is HeyGen. So if you want to create now the face, this is why I also say HeyGen could do faceless content. The face doesn't have to be your face. The face doesn't even have to be real. So HeyGen has the ability to select many different avatars, both real and fake. You can also upload a photo of you or technically anyone, caption and legality with their consent, of course, and HeyGen will lip sync and match your script to whatever that person's lips, as if that person said it. So, and it will do 70 different languages. You can actually add an AI chatbot on your website that actually talks in real time, answering any questions. Let me actually show you something actually real cool too. Sally's like, she goes to Jack. She's got another problem while that's rendering. And Sally goes to Jack and Bob, and she's like, hey, Bob, I get a bunch of emails of like very basic beginner questions, and I feel like I'm answering the same questions every single time. Do you have a way, like a chatbot or something that can answer all of these questions? And Bob's like, I can't build a chatbot. I don't even know how to use ChatGPT. So Bob's useless. So then she goes to Jack and says, Jack, do you know how to build a chatbot? And because Jack is AI certified, Jack's like, yeah, I know how to build a chatbot. And she goes, I don't want one of those like text chatbots, like a little pop-up and that like you type in text and it regurgitates text. She goes, I don't want that experience. I want a great experience for my clients. She goes, do you have a chatbot that just uses voice as if they can talk to it? And Jack's like, I actually do. And he's going to use a tool called 11 Labs. You're kind of seeing a trend where there's not one AI tool to rule them all. There's many more AI tools that have such an insane competitive advantage. 11 Labs is an AI tool that will mimic any voice. It will mimic your voice. You could clone your voice. You can create podcasts. You can create, you can actually create whole podcasts with like characters. You could create audiobooks, anything auditory. 11 Labs pretty much killed the whole industry of voice narrators. Like that job is gone, replaced. 11 Labs, done. Like even like graphic designers, gone, replaced. We've got basically Midjourney. Software developers, gone. We have Claude. So it's like you're going to see the trend there. It's like if you don't use AI, you're eventually going to either get replaced by an AI consultant or someone with AI skills or a tool that does your job faster, better, which is like terrifying. So 11 Labs on their page has this little chatbot. And you're like, wait a minute, I've seen chatbots, John, but this one actually talks to you. So imagine having a chatbot in your natural voice that can sit on your website and answer any question in real time and doesn't hallucinate. So if I open this, we're going to click allow.
Hey there, I'm Al. What brings you to 11 Labs today? First time here or looking for something specific?
Yes, first time here. Can you tell me what are your prices?
Sure thing. We have a few different pricing plans depending on your needs. Could you tell me a bit about what you're hoping to achieve with 11 Labs? That way I can point you to the plan that might be the best fit. Alternatively, I can redirect you to our pricing page, which has all the details laid out.
Yeah, I want to create an audiobook. What do you recommend?
Audiobooks. That's a great use of 11 Labs. For audiobook creation, I'd recommend checking out our studio tool. It's designed.
That chatbot knows everything about 11 Labs, is available 24/7, can speak natural language. I didn't type anything, and it conversed with me and answered any nuanced random question that I want. I could ask the random questions kind of thing of like what's the weather in New York, and it won't break character, doesn't hallucinate. We have some members in the community that are charging $800 to just install this chatbot on people's websites, and it actually brings in more leads because honestly people are tired with the little chatbots. They know it's AI and they get frustrated, but people trip out when they see this. They're like, wait a minute, you could just naturally talk to a chatbot in any voice. You could literally pick any voice. It could be male, female, English, British, any different language. It will also detect a different language. If I spoke Spanish, I would speak to it in Spanish and it will answer in Spanish as well too, which is actually kind of wild. And it takes 3 hours or less to set up, and you can charge $800 for this chatbot as an AI consultant just to put on people's websites. Because what happens with this solves is now Sally Poor Sally. She doesn't have time. She doesn't have time to answer all the emails for the 14 general questions like what's on an FHA loan, what are your hours of operation, what's your phone number, I want to give you a call, what do you have any properties in Altadena or something like that. Like all of these like minute questions, she now can delegate all of that off her plate to her AI voice chatbot built using 11 Labs. And it only took, it's super easy. There's no coding. It takes like less than 3 hours to build and customize. And it actually takes roughly 2 minutes on okay and 30 minutes on great to actually clone your voice. So if you want to clone your voice and actually have your voice, because I actually have my voice cloned, which is actually kind of creepy. It's wild. But I use it for, actually, let me show you another cool tool. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. If you guys are enjoying these demos, put a number 1 in the chat. That would just kind of help wake up the algorithm. I'm going to show you another demo that's going to blow your mind. Tanya's like, yes. Flying Disco's like, yes. I'm also live streaming too, which is cool. I'm going to actually show you, let's actually do another really cool demo. Let me go to, let's do Vappy, actually. Let's do Vappy. Okay. Sally is so happy. She's ecstatic. She's got custom GPT that now she doesn't have to spend an hour creating content. It's done in seconds. Sally's so happy now that she went to Jack. She spent more money with Jack, and now she doesn't even have to answer questions because she now has an AI chatbot on her website. Then she paid Jack again so Jack could create an AI avatar clone of her. Actually, if you guys really want to freak out, actually, just to freak you guys out a little, I'm gonna take the exact image of Sally. She this is a real person. It's just found on the website, whatever. And I'm gonna actually make her read the script from just the photo. With great power comes great responsibility. While I'm also waiting for her clone to like process, we're just gonna give that a minute. So while, actually, is this done? Because then I could rip the audio from this. That would be so much better. Oh, it's done, so I can rip the audio. Okay, let me download this. Actually, bear with me. I have to do just a little magic right here. I'm gonna take the audio track from this. If you guys, I want to rip the audio from this and put this in the other one so I could actually use her photo. This is just an avatar, which you can find on the website, but I want to actually use the actual photo. So export audio only. Oh, you guys are going to trip on this. Audio. And then if I go to HeyGen, HeyGen has another feature where you can clone a person based on just
Avatar 4 allows you to turn a...
You could clone a person just off a photo. There's ways to train a model, but you have to have permission basically to train the model on that person. But you can also upload a photo of a person, our character Sally here, and you can also upload an audio track, which I have here. Hopefully it uploads this process. Oh, this is going to be dope. This is going to be dope. Oh, you guys signed up for a great day to do the training today. Okay, so then I have the audio file, and I am just gonna say generate video. I kind of now make it horizontal. That's fine. Okay, so stick this in the oven. This is gonna take roughly 3 minutes to process. So I'm going to show you 2 use cases right now. Imagine BJ71 says, I'm totally brainstorming like crazy with this information. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Everything I'm showing you is literally the most cutting edge of what you could do today with AI. And the insane competitive advantage that people have already been using the stuff I'm showing you for the past 6 months. So just to kind of set the bar of like where things are. So this thing is processing. So if you don't have an avatar, or you don't have a person to like be the spokesperson for your business or anything like that, HeyGen does have a ton of avatars, like this one I just selected. this is a model. She actually doesn't exist. She really actually doesn't exist. And we fed her a script that we created using ChatGPT, if you remember from our custom GPT script writer right here. This little bot creates scripts. So then, and we didn't get on camera, we didn't edit, we didn't have to get dressed up. We just created this while I've been talking to you this whole time. And now we created an AI avatar that will speak any script.
As a first-time buyer, these 3 lessons would have saved me thousands. I learned the hard way. Here's your shortcut. Number 1, your agent matters more than your budget. Number 2, don't skip the inspection, even on a cute house. Number 3, always ask about HOA, taxes, and hidden costs. Comment checklist, and I'll DM you the full first-time buyer guide.
We didn't get on camera. We didn't have to hire a model. We can make her change. We can say any sentence that we want. We can make it longer. We can make it shorter. We can run ads. We could post this on social media. All of this done, and I didn't even whip out the camera. So that is wild. Now, there are people that are like, that's AI. Duh, it's AI. But here's it. All the average people are like, I figured it out. That's AI. You can't fool me. And it's like, no, it's like the amount of times, the more important thing is Sally created a piece of content and she didn't have to get on camera. Now she could continue to pump out content for her brand continuously without having to hire additional employees, without having to waste additional time. And she could actually pump out more content than her competitors, gain more traffic, gain more leads, gain more sales from all that attention, for example. Oh, I'm actually still on TikTok too. I'm actually live streaming still on TikTok. If you guys put in the comments too. So that's the difference. So while all the noobs are like, I figured it out. That's AI. You can't fool me. And it's like, no. What you don't realize is now that business owner is going to be creating content using an AI employee, while everyone else is going to be stuck doing content manually. Like Bob still has to get the camera out. He still has to write the script. He still has to figure out, and he only posts once a day. And he's like, social media is stupid. It's not working. I must be shadow banned, or I'm only getting 2 interviews. It's like, no, Bob, your content sucks. It's not scripted. It's not personalized. Also, it's not produced professionally. So now Sally could use HeyGen for courses, for content, for webinars, and for special messages to clients if she wanted to, all without having to get on camera. She could do this from her PJs. It's actually pretty wild. That's AI avatar. So you could clone yourself from there, which is actually pretty wild. But wait, that's not all. Sally, because she's already spent at least, I say about $8,000 with Jack. So Jack won $8,000 by automating 3 important parts of Sally's business. So Jack's doing great. Jack's already looking at vacation where he wants to take his girlfriend out. So he's already like, Bob's not making any more money. So Bob's he's actually satisfied. He's like, business isn't drowning. There must be nothing different. Everything must be still the same. And Jack's making more FU money than Bob made. Jack made more money in a month than Bob made in the last 3 months, technically. So, oh yeah, if you guys just kind of, because there's a comment about my TikTok, I'll put my TikTok channel there. I'm also live streaming on TikTok, so if you guys want to watch on TikTok, doesn't matter. Now Sally's already made her money back from the time being saved, from the more leads that she's getting. She's pumping out more consistent content. Her content is more tailored and specific, all because she used Jack, the AI consultant, to help her grow her business. And she hasn't hired a single additional employee, and she's already making more money. She's closing more deals because she has more time to serve her clients. So then she goes back to Jack. She's so happy. She's like, hey, Jack, how's it going? She brings back Jack a bottle of champagne. She's like, Jack, I love you. This is amazing. I love my automated business. Jack, I want to take it next step. Jack, I don't have time to answer every phone call. Sally says to Jack, she's like, Jack, clients call me at night on weekends. I'm just a one-man shop or one-woman shop. I don't have time to answer every phone call. I would love to, but I'm with family. I'm out doing home, like
stuff with mostly family, honestly. She's like, Jack, can you build me an AI agent that can answer phone calls? And Jack thinks to himself, he's like, let me think here. He's like, yes. And then Jack goes, man, I don't know which is the best tool. So then he goes to the AI community, because he's part of a community, because you can't know everything by yourself. Trying to figure it out on your own is going to be a miserable experience. So he goes to the AI community, creates a post, and all the members of the community recommend a tool called Vappy. And they're like, hey, we have a Vappy course. So then Jack goes and takes the Vappy course, and 30 minutes knows how to use the tool, and then goes and builds the first automation for Sally. And what he does, so Vappy is an AI tool that allows you to build AI voice agents that can answer the call or answer the phone, like an AI receptionist, basically. They work 24/7, 365. You can upload them with any specialized knowledge that you want. They will answer all the questions that you want, even with answers that you didn't prompt it with. As far as like, if you didn't cover it, don't freak out. They're smart enough to figure out the answer on their own. Answer calls. It actually can answer 10 simultaneous calls at the same time, something a human can't do. It will answer and then it's on demand. There's no subscription. She only pays for the usage of the AI voice agent. Right now I'm just kind of logging in, so bear with me. And just logging in. Let's see, check your inbox. Yeah. Check my inbox. Come on, sign in. Bear with me. One's always challenged. One, also highly recommend password manager. That's technically in the computer literacy course. It's like everyone on the call has to be using a password manager. Not a maybe, not a kinda, not a like having your password saved anywhere else kind of thing. It's like, no, especially if you're a business, it's mandatory. Like, you have to have a password manager. All right, Vappy is not giving me the code, so I'm gonna go to another tool. It does the same thing. I'm like, Vappy, why did you... I'm just checking. I'm like, let's do this. I'll just reset my password. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna use a different tool. I don't know why Vappy is just being... won't let me log in, but that's okay. I have another demo. Okay, so Jack now builds an AI voice agent for Sally using this other tool called Retail. It does the exact same thing. Because again, Sally can't answer every phone call. Not at night, not on the weekend. She's busy. She has a family. Okay. Bear with me. Just also, there we go. Continue. Nice. Okay, cool. We're in. Okay. Can they speak multiple languages? Yes. These AI chatbots, all the AI chatbots that I've been showing you, can speak roughly 70 to 120 different languages. Pretty much covers all the main ones. So in this demo, this is going to be a dope demo. Okay. This is Retail. Retail functions the same as the previous one I said, Vappy. Retail is an AI voice receptionist that you could communicate through the phone with. Basically, it's only for calls. You could do it for outbound calls, to call people to start an automation, or as an inbound, they call a phone number and the AI agent answers the call, answer questions. Basically, they could only do like 3 simple functions per se. They can answer questions, they can schedule appointments, and then they can also route calls, or they can route it basically. So in this example, I have an AI agent that is a voice agent. Actually, this works out really great. This is an AI agent for a real estate brokerage, and we actually have a list of properties here, which is actually really dope. So I have a small database, just a very small list of properties, 2-bed, 3-bath, one in Silver Lake, one in Culver City. So I'm putting actually the list of properties that Sally has as a fictitious real estate agent in the brain of the AI voice agent Retail, so that the AI voice agent can recommend the best property if the client asks. So that's something where it's like, man, imagine replacing all real estate agents with just a phone call, because we could do a couple things here. We can find the right property, answer general FAQ questions, and then also book appointments, all with no human intervention. So we're going to talk to Amy, our AI receptionist at our real estate agents, and we're going to see if we can find a first-time home.
Hello. How can I help you today?
Hi, Amy. Can you tell me where you located?
Sure. We're located at 456 Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. What can I help you with today?
I'm looking for a property. Do you have anything that's a 2-bath?
Absolutely. Here are a couple of options for you. Example 1. We've got a 3-bed, 2-bath in Silver Lake, about 1,500 square feet, listed at 1.2 million. Example 2. There's a 4-bed, 3-bath in Culver City, 2,100 square feet, asking 1.85 million. Super bright, big backyard. Does either of those catch your eye, or are you looking for something specific?
I like the one in Culver City. Can I book an appointment to view it?
Of course. I can help you set that up. Can I get your full name and what date and time work for you to tour the property?
Yes, full name is Dr. AI, and I'm available this Wednesday at 2 p.m.
Just to confirm, you'd like to book a tour for the Culver City property this Wednesday at 2 p.m., right? Let me check if that time is available. One moment.
Now I'm going to end the demo here because technically she's not hooked up to the calendar, so she's going to go into an error loop where she's like, I can't find the calendar. It's because I disabled it because this is a demo. Yes, and it could detect which language, if they speak English, if they speak Spanish, Chinese, Mandarin, pick your choice. It will actually respond in that language. I only speak one right now, unfortunately, or else I would actually practice, or actually Hola, me llamo Jonathan. ¿Cómo estás? All right, so I've talked to AI in Spanish and it'll respond. So this is an AI voice receptionist. Jack set this up for Sally, and now she's able. Now, originally, she was missing calls. She was missing roughly 20 calls a week because weekends, it's late at night. So Sally now is able to answer all the calls in her business with an AI voice receptionist. And to date, she still has yet to hire a physical employee because, you know, receptionists are expensive, only work 9 to 5. They don't have all the knowledge. They make mistakes. This AI voice agent that Jack built for Sally completely runs automatically, only charges, it's only like pay per minute, basically, which is super nice. There's no like subscription or anything other than the charge that she gives to Jack every month to keep all of her AI agents well oiled and running. So now she has an AI voice agent in her business leveraging AI. So it's insane. I mean, think about it. We've replaced AI chatbots, AI voice agents, AI avatars, and then custom GPTs for custom tools. Like, that is pretty wild. So put a number 1 in the chat if you find one of these tools useful that you're like, hey, I could actually use some of these. So I could use a custom GPT. I could definitely probably use a HeyGen for an AI avatar. Hey, Retail for an AI voice agent. That would be nice, where I could have an AI voice agent answer calls, filter out spam messages, and only send me qualified people to my phone number or to my calendar. And it even books appointments. And she's available 24/7, 365. And the crazy thing is, too, it could even sound exactly like her, because in in retail, you can actually clone your voice using 11 Labs and have that voice sound exactly like you, pick up the phone and talk. So you can have your AI agent literally sound like you. And then the cool thing too is you can upload you can upload like a large database of all the properties, so even the client can search and find the right property, and it will figure it all out. And then you can upload it with more PDF files about any additional knowledge. Like your basic goal is you guys, so technically over the next couple years, you're going to hire more AI agents than actual full-time employees in your business, guaranteed, like for sure. This one, for example, and they get smarter over time. We already have two. One that will answer FAQ questions on the website, which we demoed, which was 11 Labs right here, for example. And then we did retail, which also here. They both function roughly the same. They're chatbots. One does actually they're both chatbots. They both use voice. They both respond in native language. And then they get smarter over time. You get all the FAQ questions that people have ever asked them, so you can actually answer the questions to improve the answers. ST77 says, I'm not sure if I want to upload my real voice in AI. It's inevitable. Once you go down the AI route, eventually, you're going to eventually clone yourself in your business. Like, I already have an AI avatar, for example, that does my content. Like, that's him here. Oh, and he'll speak Spanish too. Like, actually, this, if you want your AI avatar to speak any language, like, this is my AI avatar, and he's speaking Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I want to, but...
Has visto 50 videos sobre IA y aún sigues sin dinero. Eso es porque aprender trucos aleatorios de IA no genera ingresos reales. Necesitas estructura y una guía paso a paso, y eso es exactamente lo que obtienes dentro de la comunidad.
My Spanish is horrible. I did not get on camera. I did not memorize a script. I did not read anything. I didn't even edit anything. I fed a script to my AI avatar, and he spoke this in any language that I wanted. I just picked Spanish. And so you can actually dub your content into different languages to expand your reach into different markets to get more leads, to get more sales, which is actually kind of fun. If you guys know Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast has YouTube channels in all the different major languages. He's not doing that for fun. He's doing that for global market share. He's trying to go global. So this is how you could go global using AI. Netflix uses AI too. Not HeyGen specifically, but they actually use AI to dub. Say for example, Squid Games. The reason why Squid Games was so popular is because they dubbed the language. They actually lip synced and dubbed it in different languages around the world. So that's why it went global. What are you building your avatar in? This is HeyGen. So this is just one of a few of the best AI tools that we're kind of going through. So this is all HeyGen if you want to create an AI avatar clone of yourself. Ooh, actually it's done. Actually, if we go in the oven, our photo project is done. Yep. Okay. This is the difference. This is kind of wild. This demo we did with a pre-existing, pre-trained model of an AI avatar, meaning they trained the model on her. That's why you get the mannerisms and like the movement and stuff like that. This is different. This is, you actually have to sit down, or you actually have to record and upload like a 2 to 5 minute live video so it could clone or model you. This was just a photo that we got from the web, from Google. That's all. That's how we got this photo. And what I did was I ripped the audio from this. So it's the same audio track. And now she is going to speak it. We didn't train a model on her. We didn't train AI on her. We just used one photo.
As a first-time buyer, these 3 lessons would have saved me thousands. I learned the hard way. Here's your shortcut. Number 1, your agent matters more than your budget. Number 2, don't skip the inspection, even on a cute house. Number 3, Always ask about HOA, taxes, and hidden costs. Comment checklist, and I'll DM you the full first-time buyer guide.
Now she could spice it up a little with some captions, a little bit of music, maybe a little B-roll of some first-time home buyer or something like that. But she didn't get on camera. This was just a photo. She can take a photo of her in a different outfit to show up on different days, stuff like that. This took 5 minutes to create from just a photo and an audio track. And you have two options. You can use your voice. You could literally like record an audio track. You'd be like, hey, this is John. I want to let you know, blah, 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 and use that. Or you can use, I actually used HeyGen's built-in voice cloning tool. So that's their voice cloning tool. If you want to take it a step farther, just a little extra, you would then go into 11 Labs. They have the best library of professional voices. They are the gold standard when it comes to cloning a voice or mimicking a voice or using AI to do anything voice. Audiobooks, narrations, commercials, promotional videos, training videos, presentations, newsletters, anything like you want to convert to audio, for example. 11 Labs is pretty wild. Nice. Oh man, we are cooking with some good demos now. All right, so I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of AI tools, and we're getting close to time. So let's bring this all together. So what we saw over this demo is we saw two consultants. Bob, who's outdated, still uses a PC, he uses ChatGPT and Copilot, but he doesn't know about custom GPTs. He doesn't know about any other. He thinks ChatGPT and Copilot are basically AI. That's as AI as you get. Then you have Jack. Jack has made close to $10,000 for the services that he charged and combined for all the different clients that he's worked with the estimating one. Remember the custom GPT for the estimating robot? The one that does the estimation that saves the guy an hour, and now it's done in 3 seconds. Then for all the automation that he did for Sally, for an AI voice receptionist that answer calls, eliminate spam, answer calls on the weekends and nights, also will help clients find the best property. Also, she uses then HeyGen clone, so now she doesn't even have to get on camera. She could just batch all her content. She could record it in like 2 hours on a Sunday and record it for the rest of the week, for example. All of these right here is basically, and then what else do we go? Then we did the voice reception, we did that, and then now she has a custom GPT that she uses for writing her scripts, because now all her scripts and content is actually resonating. It's actually getting more views, and it's because she used the viral hook generator, a custom GPT that you can't just go to ChatGPT and just be like, hey, write me a script. Doesn't work. You have to build a custom GPT on how to, these custom GPTs solve specific problems. So not everyone is going to have the same custom GPTs, but you're going to have eventually an army of custom GPTs in your business. And the last one that I highly recommend, which is actually kind of wild, it's actually kind of cool. For every entrepreneur on this call, regardless of whatever business that you're in, last one, you should have a business coach GPT by now. Like, this custom GPT should know everything about your business, your clients, your customers, your products, your services, your marketing, your ideal customer profile. Everything goes into this business coach. And then from there, now you can, so when I wake up every morning, I go for a walk around the neighborhood and I talk to two GPTs. I talk to two AI advisors. One is a life coach GPT, which I'll talk about next. The other is this business coach. Because this business coach knows everything about my business, I could ask it questions like, how can I get more leads for my business? And because this custom GPT knows everything about my business, it's going to be like, hey, John, looks like I scanned your website, or I know all the knowledge that you shared with me, but it doesn't look like you have a clear lead magnet. We need to get you a good lead magnet that you can put up to collect leads. That's probably why, because if I asked it, I'm like, how can I get more leads? Like, probably should use a lead magnet. And all of this is coming. You can't get these answers from a regular ChatGPT conversation, because this custom GPT right here knows everything about my business. And you're going to have one for your business, so that whenever you have a question, how to get more leads, how to get more sales, how to answer this objection, how to come up with new products or services, what type of content to create, how to scale your business, what are different ways to automate your business. All of these questions you can give to your custom GPT business coach, and he will help you answer all of them, because all AI does is two things. One, increase productivity, which you've seen throughout this training, where we've taken tasks that would take hours of your time and get them done in seconds. Wouldn't you like to get, that's literally time traveling. That's literally hours of your day and year back into your life. I know everyone's a little bit different, but if we saved you 20 hours a week in free time using all of these automations and having AI skills, basically, if we saved you 20 hours a week by learning how to use AI tools, what is your hourly rate? You guys are just going to do this individually. There are 52 weeks in the year. Take your hourly rate and times it by 1,040. That's how much money you're leaving on the table not learning how to use AI. That's the hidden cost that you have right now. So don't put it in the chat. Don't put in the chat or the comments. But if you're like, what is the cost of not learning AI? If I could wait on this, I can maybe watch some YouTube videos and figure this out on my own. The hidden cost is take your hourly rate and times that by 1,040 hours in a year. That's the annual cost of money you're leaving on the table still doing things manual. Where people who have AI skills that know how to use these AI tools, they're saving 20 hours a week in free time. So that's the ROI of basically why you want to take AI seriously. These people who have like AI skills, they're going to time travel. They're going to seem so far advanced and so far ahead. You're going to be like, how are they doing this? It's because they took time today to take AI seriously, to be like, you know what, I really need to invest in AI. Obviously there's more than ChatGPT, and there's many more AI tools that are out there. I'm just covering 5. There's technically, if you look on this list, there's technically 25 tools out there that you should know about, but I don't want to overwhelm you. I just kind of want to keep it simple and give you guys a starter multi-tool kit. But know that the advanced people, they're playing with a suite of AI tools. So that's the only difference between you and everyone else as we progress for the rest of the year. There are people that are going to have AI skills. Imagine just one person using ChatGPT and they just can open bottles. And then imagine someone who's actually gone through the training. So we have an AI certification program that goes through all of the top 8 tools. And that's like having a beast of a multi-tool. You can literally honestly make a few money like teaching AI, automating businesses with AI, or using AI in your business to give yourself a competitive advantage. Because if you're not doing it, guarantee your competitors are already doing it. And a lot of this stuff is already like 6 months old, which is actually kind of wild. So it's like we need to get you guys caught up to date. Okay, cool. So I'm going to give you guys a special gift for staying to the very end, and then I'm going to switch gears for the next 30 minutes to go into Q&A. So that's roughly the whole presentation of like the top 5, just like to give you just a rough overview of like the AI tools. There's so much more. I can't even fit, even if I tried in 2 hours, what it is to leverage all of these AI tools and to go into how to use them properly. But these are the tools that all the professionals are using inside of their business to gain a competitive advantage. And that's what we do in the AI community, is simplify, give you clarity, give you training, and also coaching and mentorship on how to use these tools with the community of other entrepreneurs that are sharing tips that you can't find on YouTube. That's what makes our community so unique, is that you'll connect, you'll gain secrets that they're not sharing on YouTube. These are things that are like, wait a minute, and it changes so much. So I'm going to give you guys a special gift, and then we're going to go into Q&A. I'm going to go around the room, answer any questions that you guys have. And I appreciate each and every one of you for staying up to date. I have this training every Sunday. It's roughly the same. It won't go more in depth. All that depth is inside either the certification program or inside of the AI community. We have courses training on all of these things so that you don't fall farther behind. This is kind of just a weekly overview to give you like an update of like what's going on in the world. And we're barely scratching the surface. So I'm going to give you guys a free gift. There are two ways that you could go forward from here, basically to like really seriously invest in AI so you could get all this competitive advantage, or else next year, honestly, your business or career is going to like tank. It's going to be so bad. Like we're already seeing how VO3 is like changing the game. It's pretty insane. Naveen says every week we see new no-code AI tools being launched. As professionals or learners, how do we keep up and decide which tools to focus on? Is there a strategy to stay up to date without getting overwhelmed by the rapid pace of new releases? Absolutely, Naveen. In all honesty, it is our AI community. There's no newsletter I could give you. There's no YouTube channel I could share with you to like, this is the place to stay up to date with AI. Every month in AI is like 6 months in the real world. So all the tools that people recommend, they change, they get updated, they get new models and stuff like that. So the only place, honestly, to stay up to date is in our community. Like if you're not, the reason why is if you're not surrounding yourself with other people who are using AI every day and your circle of friends, because you are the sum of the 10 people that you hang out with, if you're not impressed with AI within the circle of the 10 friends that you're around, you need a new circle of friends. If you join the AI community, we use AI every day, and we have a bunch of different specialties that people are doing content, people are doing automation, people are doing faceless channels, people are doing coaching, consulting, automations, and so forth. So then you get deep dives into how people are actually using a lot of the AI tools, and then you get tech support and stuff like that. So the main, and this goes across anything, AI, career. If you want to learn anything, your number one thing, AI or non-related, if anything education, you need to join a community. You need to be in a group where you get access to people, where you can answer questions. They have training. They meet every single week. Do my group or do another one, really doesn't matter, but you need to be in a community that they're meeting regularly so you don't fall farther behind. These once a week updates won't keep you up to date. The stuff I'm showing you, like we've been using for the past 6 months, which is kind of wild. So I want to give you guys a gift. There's 2 paths, DIY, done with you, more or less. If you're serious about AI, let me actually go here for real quick. I'm going to give you guys 50% off if you guys want to join the AI community. It's $47 a month for your first month, and then $97 a month after that. This is the only place that you can stay up to date with AI. I wish I could recommend a better place, but this is, if you've been impressed with just some of the stuff I've been showing on here, we have 100 times more inside the community. Like, it's insane. So, and we meet 5 days a week. There's no other community that you'll find that meets regularly where you'll actually meet and build relationships with other members in the community. So I'm going to put this in the chat. It's going to be here for the rest of the day. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to take it down. So just know if you want 50% off inside the community, we have 24 courses, 5 days a week. We meet live. We do business coaching. Everyone in there is an entrepreneur building and using AI in their business. We also have tech support, and also, I'm trying to think one of the other things. You're joining for the community. Honestly, that's really the main thing. Then the last thing, option number 2, if you guys are serious and you want to join our Accelerator program, it's an 8-week program. I just have to update the website. It's actually an 8-week program. We go through in 8 weeks the top 8 AI tools. So if I had to choose 8 of the AI tools that are out there to help you gain like a competitive advantage, for example, these are the 8 tools that I would have you specialize in. They're everything from how to build an app with no code, to building custom GPTs, to doing automation with agents using NAN, automate your business using Zapier, Midjourney for creating images, videos, and ads. We're also going to add VO3 during this training because you guys need to know VO3. We're going to eventually have a special workshop on how to create a commercial ad for your business using VO3. I'm excited for that. ChatGPT, GenSpark. I didn't get to touch GenSpark today. I will probably in the next session. I did it heavy last session, but just know that GenSpark is the #1 AI tool today that beats ChatGPT and all of the other AI models combined. Yes, I will plant that flag and say that. But I don't have time to go into a demo of GenSpark, unfortunately. But if you had to pick one AI tool out there that's the best tool, that's your daily driver, that's more than just ChatGPT, GenSpark is going to be a beast of a tool. Like it could do stuff ChatGPT, Claude, Midjourney, Lovable, and that all of those combined, basically. It's a beast of a tool. This is an 8-week program. This is actually working with an instructor. Actually, you'll get one-on-one time with me. We meet. It's an 8-week program. We meet 2 hours, or we meet twice a week for 8 weeks, and each of those sessions is 90 minutes. And you're put in a cohort of students, no more than 20, so it's real small. And then you'll actually work through hands-on exercises through all of these tools. And by the end of the workshop, you'll get a certification in AI as an AI generalist certification. We have another one that's an automation specialist that just specializes in Zapier and NAN. But this one will get you the generalist, that these are the best AI tools that are out there. It's an 8-week program, and it's roughly costs about $1,000. So, and then we'll go through all the tools to help you stay up to date with AI. What is the other one? What was the... Jonathan, I'm sorry if I missed this, but the nice membership is that for the 4-week program. Is that another program? Yeah, this 4-week program is $1,000, or it's actually an 8-week program. So the 8-week program is $1,000, and then the AI community is like DIY. You're on your own. You have the courses. We meet 5 days a week. You could come in. We have office hours. We have chat support. We have tech support, but that's why we can offer it at a lower rate. So this is $97 a month, but your first month is 50% off. And I'll put that in the bio. Nice. And now I'm going to just go around the room. If you guys have questions, please put them in the chat. And I'm going to stay to the very, very end to answer all of your questions. We got a lot of great questions. Let's see. If someone wants to launch an AI automation agency, does your platform offer any support for getting clients? No. The reason why is because we'll teach you how to actually do the automation agency, like how to build automation so you have the skill set, but how to get leads, how to get sales, how to start a business, that's a whole different camp. We have a business coaching program. It's completely separate. That's where we coach you to actually, because every business is different. There's no like program I could put you in with different business owners to show you how to get leads and sales. It has to be done one-on-one. And then I could break apart. I have to look at your funnel. I have to look at your content. I have to see why you're not getting clients. What's your product? If you want to do AI automation, who is your niche going to be? What's the solution that you're going to sell them? How are you going to get it? Get clients and stuff like that. So all of that, if you want to learn how to get clients, that's one-on-one coaching with me, unfortunately. And that's candidly $1,000 a month if I'm going to show you how to get leads and sales for your business. Did you say the first month $97 for the membership? First month is 50% off, so that's $47 for your first month, 30-day money-back guarantee, and then $97 a month after that to stay in the community. In the next 3 months, we're going to up the price, and it's going to be $299 per month after that. So you're locked in at the lower rates. And then how do I redeem half price? Oh, as soon as you just click this button, it automatically, as long as you click that button right there. So this button right here, this will actually take you, there you go, see? So it applies a coupon. It's $47 off your first month. And then, actually, I'll just put this here. So put it in the chat. And it's only 50% off for the monthly. And then after that, it goes up to, if you look at this, then after your next month is $97 per month. So you're getting 50% off your first month. Naveen says, after completing the course on AI automation with no-code tools, what are the job opportunities available? How is the job market evolving in this space? And what roles can learners aim from? The job market is competitive. So insanely competitive. If you don't have AI skills, you're already get the feeling that the job market is getting rougher. It's getting a lot harder, basically. So first fact is just know, without AI skills, good luck getting a job, basically, or good luck keeping your job, which is going to be even crazier because teams and departments are going to downsize going forward. Managers are going to cut roles and positions, and they're going to eliminate the people that aren't using AI for sure. There's going to be one rock star in your team that knows how to use AI, and they're going to start automating people's work. They're going to get promoted, and you're going to get fired. So for all my 9-to-5ers, just know that take AI seriously, learn these skills, become that rock star, and get promoted. Or this stuff isn't stuff that I was like, this is your career, like this kind of thing. Now, what we do not do job placement, job market, because our community is honestly for entrepreneurs. I can't help you get a job in a market that's like horrible kind of thing. We help entrepreneurs grow their business, basically. So all the stuff that you find in here, you could apply in your job. But the other thing too is like, we're mostly built not for 9-to-5ers looking to get a job. It's more like for business owners that either want to use AI in their business to gain a competitive advantage, or become an AI consultant and then charge other businesses to solve their increase leads, increase sales, increase productivity without having to hire additional people. Tanya says, Makov says, best tools for making AI ads, static, video, or UCG. All three, technically. For Makarov, actually, you guys could just hang up on me, basically, while I answer these questions. We're just doing rapid fire questions. Please ask all your questions. Put them in the chat, please. I am staying to answer all of the questions. I'm just kind of like, I'll put this right here. Okay, cool. That way I can kind of like answer everyone. Nice. Best tools for making AI ads, static, video, or UCG. The short answer is all three. Because every business is different. When you run ads, you should run variations of those ads. One that are UCG, meaning user generated content. You could get around UCG basically by creating AI avatars. We had, actually, if we do here, for example, we were using HeyGen to create AI avatars for ads to run commercials for people that literally look like our demographic. So this is an ad campaign instead of UCG, because UCG, user generated content, you got to find an influencer, you got to pay them, you got to go through a process with that. With this, you can create an AI avatar that literally looks like your ideal client, feed them a script, anything you want them to say, and they will say it exactly on camera.
Learn how to easily start, scale, and automate your business with AI in just 30 days for $1. Get a clear step-by-step blueprint to use AI to automate your marketing, sales, lead generation, and social media to scale faster and have more freedom, even if you've never used AI. Click below to join 155 entrepreneurs getting ahead using AI or get left behind. Offer expires in 24 hours.
Cool. So she doesn't exist. So rather than do UCG, like you would do AI avatars and then feed them scripts and then doing lots of testing to see which ones. So the short answer, all three, static, video, and UCG, and then you're testing to see which one of those actually performs. Marketing is always not what's the best vehicle. It's more of, did you test and which is the best? Your marketing is only as good as the last test that you ran, basically, meaning you should always be running a lot of A/B tests. Man, we got a lot. Let me rapid fire on TikTok real quick. Some questions real quick. You guys are rocking. Let's see. You guys got a lot of questions, so let me just catch up to these. Sorry, there's no recording for this. That's why it's like you guys got to attend live. Is this just for scaling content, or do you do predictive analytics. So predictive analytics you can use HeyGen for to analyze your content, basically to see which of the content is performing. Scaling content, you're going to use like NAN and HeyGen, basically. Should we do the 99 offer before doing the cohort, or will we learn the same thing in the cohort? I would honestly do the cohort first, because one, you get access to an instructor that I can actually personalize the lessons and help you directly. Second is we're going to pick the top best tools, which is the top 8 during that 8 weeks. 8 tools in 8 weeks, which is kind of insane. And during those 8 tools in 8 weeks, you're going to learn everything that's already, because the community has those plus more, but it's all DIY. And you kind of, I mean, some people are, I'm going to get the certification kind of thing. Some people are okay with taking courses on their own. They're like, just give me the material, I'll study on my own, basically. That's what the community is. That's why it's so, it's more affordable. But if you want access to an instructor where we're actually going to work through business examples and then get the certification, then that's the 4-week journey. They both cover the same material, but the certification goes deeper, gives you actual coaching and actual examples that aren't in the community. And then in the community, we have access to a lot more tools, basically, a lot more training on tools. So you technically want the certification first, and then you join the community second. Technically is the way to do it, because then you make friends, you meet people in the cohort, and then you learn the best AI tools, you get up to date with AI in just 8 weeks, and then you get all your questions answered, and then you move into the community, where that's where you start networking, and then from there you're now up to date with, now you're back in our weekly updates where we meet every single week to give you guys updates on like what are the tools. Like yesterday we just did a course on VO3. So we did a whole live course on VO3. It's now saved. It's in the community. So now all the members know how to use VO3 from it. So we update the courses monthly. We almost release like almost 3 or 4 courses a month. It's insane kind of thing. So I'm jumping back and forth between the comments too. Hey, I'll be able to move on this tomorrow with the full price of 97. Yes, it's going to go back to full price to the 97. I only do the 50% off only when I'm live. So it's either catch me when I'm live. This will be here for the rest of the day. So if you want to wait till the end of the day, because it's Sunday, I didn't figure you guys trust. So this will be here by end of day, and then take it down. And I only leave that promotion up for only when I'm live, which is daily 6 p.m. if you want to get nerdy, and Sundays kind of thing too. I can't afford the 50%. What are other options? YouTube, honestly. Your only other option is watching YouTube, which good luck. I watch YouTube, and I don't even find the new stuff to stay up to date with from YouTube, which is kind of interesting. Okay, cool. Let me go back to these questions next. Please ask your questions. What computer system do you recommend? Mac. It's not like a Mac versus PC kind of thing. It's like over the last decade, Over the last decade, PC has refused to basically improve the experience of the computer. Basically, it's like the software has gotten worse. The experience is getting worse. I literally have coached 700 entrepreneurs. 100% of everyone that had a PC, one of two things happens. Either they got a Mac and continued with my coaching, or all the ones that they're actually no longer in business anymore, they had the PC. They stopped the coaching. They couldn't keep up. They got frustrated with the technology. They think PC is the only experience of what it is to work in a digital environment. And then they either lose their job or their business goes under, and 6 months later, because it's like there's so like you can't play with AI on a PC. There's just, unless you're playing with Copilot, which is like a child's toy. There's a lot of like, for me, like say for example, like Jack was able to unlock $10,000 of value for that real estate agent, fictitious, but he would not have been able to do that without using these tools, for example, or definitely not on a PC. That's for sure. Let's go back to your question. You guys are asking really great questions. More questions. Let's see. Do you help build custom AI agents with one-on-one training? No. We have AI automation agencies in the community that will help build whatever custom solution, whether it be an app, NAN. We have consultants that do NAN automations, go high level, Zapier, Make.com, and trying to think of some other ones, some AI chatbots, and AI voice agents. So we already have consultants in the community that like that's their specialty. So we don't help troubleshoot or build the automations for you, not even in the one-on-ones kind of thing. Because if it's in the one-on-one, I might as well build it, and I'm going to charge you a ludicrous amount for building an automation kind of thing. It's not going to be worth it. So we actually teach you the skills of how to build the automations, so that you're confident that you know how to actually build it kind of thing. Let's see. Can you explain the agentic framework? Not sure what you mean by the agentic framework. I could go through the different AI tools. User 6, which of the tools out there, for example? Can you do discounts for the cohort? No, actually, technically $1,000 is the cheapest to learn 8 tools. Technically, if you go anywhere else, like let's say Alicia Little's certification program, she's gonna charge you $4,000, and you're only gonna use ChatGPT, 11 Labs, and that's it. I think there's 2 other tools. So would you rather learn 3 tools for $4,000 at other consultants, or learn 8 tools for $1,000? Plus the price is going to go up. So this is just my early bird pricing. The program is eventually going to be $2,000, but I'm giving you guys a 50% discount just because I'm starting because people need dedicated training on AI to like it's basically an accelerator, which is the biggest thing. You could call yourself AI doctor, but haven't done any research papers on ML or deep learning. Nope, I am not a doctor by trade. I do not have any doctorates. I just call myself because on TikTok. I am not in the machine learning or deep learning sector. I'm in the business coaching with AI for entrepreneurs section. So I don't do the build an LLM. I don't do any of the training models or weights. I don't do any of the coding and stuff. I use off-the-shelf tools for entrepreneurs to leverage to get more leads and get more sales. If it doesn't help them get more leads or get more sales, I'm not interested in it because that's not the value proposition that I'm offering. So yes, there are different domains in AI. There's machine learning, there's data science, there's even being a developer. You have to learn Python kind of thing. Like there's so many different subdomains into that space, but AI is so broad that all of the tools that I showed you require no coding. You could start using them today. They're affordable, and each one that I showed you will help you get more leads and sales. So that's the clear ROI that I like. Do you teach how to make chatbots, AI agents in the class? Yes, we do chatbots using Chatbase in the community, where we teach you how to build an AI chatbot. Actually, we teach you 2 parts to that. We actually have to teach you how to build a knowledge management system, because most people on the call do not have a knowledge management system for their business or for their personal life, meaning is there a place that has all the details in text about your business or your life? Most likely not. So that's why we got to teach you Notion so that we can store all that knowledge about what you want the chatbots to answer. Once that knowledge is stored, then we could turn it into a chatbot that you could then chat either by voice or because like the AI chatbots come in a couple different flavors. We've done chatbots with, say, for example, there's the retail. So you can get an AI agent that can answer questions based on just talking to over the phone. So that's one. So retail, you could talk to a chatbot over the phone. There's also, which I did, which was 11 Labs. Let me go here. 11 Labs allows you to build a chatbot with no code, but they will respond in voice. They're a voice chat, and they are basically it's just AI voice, so native language. And then there's the last, which is chat-based. Chat-based is just a regular chatbot kind of thing. So you program it with knowledge about your business, basically. So if I go here, so this is a chatbot completely built using chat-based. It doesn't hallucinate. you get at least like 100 messages for free. So technically you can build and deploy this in an hour for free for your business. So you could put a chatbot on your website. You could put a chatbot on your website. You could put it in your customer service. You could do it in your HR and training. And that one chatbot knows everything about your business. And then it can answer questions, book appointments, do all that stuff. Are there developers in the community that will help build an MVP for free? No. Building an MVP, you're starting a business. Congratulations, you need to invest. And we have, however, I've invested in the community, and we have resident software developers in the community that will build any app that you build. Regardless of any of the apps that you build, like within any of the no-code tools like Cursor, Replit, Lovable, Firebase, whatever, pick your AI tool with no code. We have software developers in the community that will help finish your code or build it properly, because you're going to need a software developer to build the code with no code. As much as they market it with no code, you're eventually going to need a developer. So we already have the experts in the community that will help build your opportunity but they're paid. They're not free, kind of thing, because they're expertise. They spent the time learning how to build them, so it's a valuable skill set. Can you build chatbots integrated into another app like WhatsApp? Yes, you can build chatbots that can integrate with WhatsApp, ManyChat, Instagram, Facebook, sometimes TikTok if you're outside the US, basically. For example, I'm giving you guys all the secrets too. So for example, for that, another AI chatbot that everyone should have technically, or everyone should do for their business. You need to have a ManyChat automation, AI chatbot. For example, number one, you should be creating content daily. If you're not creating content daily, you do not exist to your customers, basically. That's rule number one. Second, if you're not getting enough leads or sales, you're not having enough daily conversations. So third thing is your content does not have call to actions to start the conversation, which is another thing that you're missing, for example. So that's where you need to be posting. There's like levels to this game. It's not like adding AI chatbots not going to magically get you more leads or sales. I'm just kind of sharing there's levels. Level one is you're creating content daily. Level two is you have call to actions to say comment for a free guide, comment for a free video, comment for my free PDF or something like that. All of that is basically into your natural, your content cadence. Then ManyChat, any person that follows or any person that sends you a message in the DMs, whether it be WhatsApp, ManyChat, WhatsApp, Facebook, or Instagram, your AI chatbot kicks in, qualifies them, and then collects the lead. It does all of that automatically. And because there's no way, honestly, you can have all the conversations and be in the DMs every single day. So that's where ManyChat helps you automate when it comes to any client communication on WhatsApp, for example. WhatsApp, Facebook, or Instagram, you can build automation that will automatically respond when people are like, hey, send me, see here, make sure you follow, send the automation, give you a free gift. So this chatbot will respond and manage your conversations, because there's, believe it or not, actually conversations in ManyChat and WhatsApp will actually increase the number of leads and sales that you get versus email. Fun fact. So if you want more leads and sales and you're like, people aren't responding to my emails, probably should start more conversations on ManyChat and Instagram and WhatsApp, and you'll get more leads and sales, kind of thing. So this is ManyChat, another automation. We don't teach it yet. We're almost there. We're eventually going to have that in the course. But this is just another way, because there's a whole business coaching section that we kind of have. But yeah, so nice. What AI tool can automatically reply to the emails? NAN. NAN can automatically detect if an email has been is new. It can filter to only trigger on certain emails, and then it could know everything about you, your brand voice, your writing style, and then from there, like, if we do something like this, you can automate your email using NAN. So NAN, we're basically, I mean, it's a basic example, but NAN is a little AI agent that you can build without having to write any code that allows you to, whenever an email gets sent in, it will automatically read it, write a custom reply in your brand voice, or even answer questions like an FAQ kind of chatbot, and then save it in the draft for you to review and send later. And then it archives, it labels and stuff like that. So if you want a little chatbot to manage your email, that's basically NAN. NAN is probably one of the most powerful tools, on par with Zapier, for example. I didn't get into the automation side with a lot of the stuff, but know that there's really three top. If anyone here, because we did have some people, if you want to call yourself an AI automation consultant, or you want to get into AI automation, or you even want to just use basic automation in your business to automate tasks, projects, files, content, emails, qualifying, all of that stuff, there are only 3 tools on the market that do that. Tool number 1 is Zapier. I'm just going to talk through it. Zapier is basically, I would recommend everyone learn Zapier first when you want to get into automation, just because it's quick, easy. They have a lot of pre-made modules. It's not that hard to learn. It's actually easier than all the other automations, but that's going to allow you to automate a lot of your manual day-to-day stuff in your business. It's going to save you a ton. Do you teach how to automate? Yes, we teach. We have make.com, we have NAN, and we're launching a Zapier course next month. Actually, today's August, actually. So actually this month we're going to touch Zapier. So that way, between those 3 tools, Zapier, I would actually progress in this way. I would start with Zapier, then I would go to make.com, and then I would go NAN, as far as like your learning journey. With that, they all functionally roughly do the same thing. The only difference is NAN is the only one that has agents in it, for example, which is very powerful. Will it be part of the cohort? Yes. We actually teach you 2 of the automations in the 8-week course. So if we go here, for example, by the way, if you guys want to learn more about the course, it's at the website. Horrible there. It's the only link in bio. It goes to my website. And then there you'll have the 50% off for the community. And then right here is all the details about the certification. By the way, this whole website, on the fun fact, this whole website of what you see for the certification, this whole website was built in 10 minutes using GenSpark. It was actually kind of wild. This whole thing, I didn't write a single line of code. I didn't design it. I didn't write it. I built a website in 3 minutes using GenSpark, and now it's on my website. So actually, that's what you're seeing here. This whole website is actually custom built. So yeah, so let's just real quickly. You guys need to see this. Let me switch over. Tanya's like, what? Yeah. Okay, Tanya, let's just real quickly. I'm going to do, that would be actually a really good demo of GenSpark, actually. Let me demo GenSpark, because you guys need to know about GenSpark, and then websites is a thing too. So fun fact, or actually just real quick caveat. If you sell a digital product or coaching or a course or community, if you sell any of those things, I highly recommend, and you're like, you want to make money online and stuff like that, and you want it quick and easy. Okay, quick thing too. I'm not sponsored by any of these tools. Not one. Not one of these tools is sponsoring me to say pick this tool versus this. I'm technically a marketing and technology automation consultant. As a consultant, I choose the best tool for my clients, and that's why I recommend a lot of these tools. My job in the community is to eliminate the noise, pick the best of the best tools, and then go deep into them to train them in the community, so that the whole community is skilled in every feature in that tool, so they get the most out of it. Because we go tool deep on the best tools, and then my goal is basically to test and try all of them. So when I recommend a tool, it's because I've bought it, I've used it, and I've had clients win using it as well too to make it repeatable. So that's why whenever I recommend, trust. I've tried all the variations. So if you sell a digital product, your time, like consulting hourly, digital product, physical product, trying to think of like what else, courses, communities as well too. StanStore is probably the quick and fastest way for you to get a website, a domain, and start making sales as fast as possible. If this is option one, so that's why I highly recommend go this route. If you're like, hey, I need a website, I just need a place to like show my products, collect payment, organize my existing clients, send them reminders, all that kind of thing, and I need a link in my bio, just get a StanStore. Super fast and easy. You'll have it set up in an hour kind of thing. But for everyone else that does websites and that, I'm going to show you this tool. Finally get a demo. Is it possible so the URL does not have a GenSpark in it as a domain? Yes. Technically, for example, like if I give you this page, for example, let's go here just so you can see. I'm just being lazy, that's why. Let's see, view page. Oh, here. So this is just to show you a demo. This is a GenSpark page. So basically it's a full interactive app that literally looks exactly like the other one. The only difference is that it's hosted on my website, mysimpletechskills.com. So that's just something. It's like you can actually embed GenSpark pages in so that you can render them real fast. Okay, so let me build a website in 5 minutes without having to write a single line of code. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, so similar to, I'm going to do this. Let's see, bear with me. Let's see. I'm gonna get a little inspiration for this website too. So let me, and then we'll build it because I want it in my brand colors. I want there's a couple things I want from it that's a little more specialty. Let's see. Okay, here it is. So I'm going to say similar to this in my brand colors. By the way, you should probably know your brand colors, which is actually kind of cool. Tanya's like, yeah, go crazy. Show me this. So I'm going to build a website in 3 minutes without having to write a single line of code. And all I'm going to do is give it to this one tool, GenSpark, right here. And let me give you guys. Okay, cool. So this is the prompt that I'm kind of giving it. I'm saying, hey, GenSpark, because GenSpark, something that GenSpark could do that ChatGPT can't do is GenSpark can build websites. ChatGPT can't build websites. And so here I'm going to say, just build me a website similar to, this is one of my competitors, in my brand colors. And I'm just saying, and then these are my brand colors. Super simple. One prompt, done. My job for building the website is done. Now I'm just going to hang out with you guys. I'm not going to touch the keyboard. And now GenSpark is actually going to build me a website, and it's going to take probably about 3 minutes while it's doing that. While it's doing that, I'm going to answer some questions along the way. So, God, remember the days of how long it used to take? I'm not touching the screen too. What you see on the screen is completely, so this is the difference between GenSpark and ChatGPT. GenSpark has the ability to actually do work. ChatGPT can just regurgitate text. That's all it can do. GenSpark can build websites, presentations, fill out forms, manipulate Excel sheets, build custom applications, create images, create videos, create podcasts, search the web, do a deep dive analysis on a topic, create a lead magnet, do business coaching. All of that can be done in GenSpark, and you can't do that stuff in ChatGPT. Once you move on from ChatGPT to Zapier and NAN, do you still use simple custom GPTs on ChatGPT? Yes. I have a ton of automations. I have automations in Zapier. I have automations in NAN. I have a suite of custom GPTs. For example, like these are all, God, there's probably like 25, 30 custom GPTs that you can see here. Business coach, copywriting, brand voice, ghostwriter for writing Amazon books, board of advisors for coaching, invoice generator, script writer, high ticket sales page generator, estimator. So I still create custom GPTs. That's why it's like not one AI tool is going to like replace all of this, for example. It's more like you're going to choose the right tool for the right job. Like, can I build an automation super fast? Then I'm going to use ChatGPT, for example. Is GenSpark part of the cohort? Oh, absolutely. GenSpark is our #1 most used tool inside the AI community across all members. We've been using GenSpark for actually the past 6 months. We don't tell people a lot about GenSpark because it is such a competitive advantage than using ChatGPT. It's our kind of like insider secret. So from everyone here today, let's do a little pack. Let's do a little secret kind of thing. We have 13 people on Zoom. We have 14 people on TikTok. Okay, we're going to make a thing. I'm going to give you a gift in exchange for something. If you guys promise not to talk about GenSpark, I know, wild. You're like, well, why wouldn't we want to talk? Do not talk about GenSpark. The more people that talk about GenSpark, the more you lose your competitive advantage. When people create things in GenSpark, it's like black magic. People are like, how are you able to do all this work effortlessly? It's because it's like, it's GenSpark. Like it's our Fight Club inner secret. It is the #1 tool and we go deep in GenSpark. We have an hour course because there's no course online. Technically, there's no course online that does GenSpark. It's so new and so nuanced that there's technically, I would have bought it by now. So I actually had to create an hour-long GenSpark course. Actually, technically, I have the most, there is. It's by me. It's on my YouTube channel. Side thing. But I'm going to give you guys a gift. Oh man, you know what? I'm feeling so generous because you guys are staying so late. I'm going to give you guys 2 gifts. Yes, 2 gifts. Let me figure out the best way to give it to you. Okay, so gift number 1 is I'm going to give you 1,000 free credits to use GenSpark. GenSpark runs on a credit system. It's not like Manus. The credit system will actually last the whole month for you, actually more than enough. So, and I think it's like if I had to give one person one tool, ignore everything else, and just give that person one tool one tool out of all the tools, I would give them GenSpark. That's all. If I were to just train one course and just teach people one tool to make them so dangerous, I would just teach GenSpark, honestly, because it's so powerful for what it could do. It does not hallucinate, and it does not give you an easy, or it does not agree with you all the time too, which is kind of cool. ChatGPT will hallucinate, will make up information, will give you 3rd grade answers, and then will also God, it's just, we've all played with ChatGPT. It's just a yes man. It won't like ask you, it doesn't do anything comprehensive. So that's why we put a lot of our tasks that we give to our AI agents, we give to GenSpark, and GenSpark is, so right now, GenSpark, is it done? Oh, it's done. Okay, cool. So GenSpark, while we've been talking this whole time, GenSpark has been building and coding a website behind the scenes. It coded an entire website. I did not write a single line of the 1,000 lines of code here. I didn't write a single line. I don't have to know code. You don't have to know code. Don't worry. But what GenSpark did was I said, can you build me a website in 3 minutes based on my competitors? And it said yes. And can you do it in my brand colors, which is blue, gold, and white? And it's like, yeah, I got you, bro. So from this prompt, the only thing I asked it to do, this as well, build me a website similar to my competitors, but just do it in my brand colors. That's all. That's all I gave it. That's barely a sentence. It's like an incomplete sentence. and it built this whole web page that's all ready to go. It doesn't hallucinate. It doesn't make up information. It could even go out and research you. Let me do just for a fun one, real example. This will actually be kind of interesting. Last example, last demo. Just to show you some cool things. Research everything about Jonathan Acuna, Dr. AI online, and I want you to put together a overview brief of who he is, what he does, what's his business, what's his specialty is, based on what you find online. And all I'm going to give it is here is his website. I'm just going to give him my website. That's all. I'm going to have it do, it's not like a background check or anything like that. It's going to do two things. GenSpark is going to do two things here. It's going to go search the web for information, and then hopefully if it works out, it should. If not, I'll give it the command. It should. So right now it's searching the web. It's right now reading my YouTube channel. It went to my LinkedIn. It went to my website. Now it's going and searching the web for more information about me. It's doing a web search. It found my YouTube videos. It found some of my really good YouTube videos. Based on my comprehensive research, so here's a whole detail about me. Jonathan Acuna, Dr. AI, technology consultant, AI education, blah, blah, blah. Professional experience, blah, blah, blah. Here's what he does. Here's his coaching. Here's his offering, training and education. Oh, look, free every Sunday. There's the business community and all the things that you get. So this agent, in about 30 seconds, just scraped the web and found all the details about me, because a lot of it's public anyways, and found all my socials, my content strategy, my value proposition. Do you want to work less, reduce weekly hours from 50 to 70 to down 30 hours? I will help you work less. I'll help you earn more. I'll help you keep current on AI as it evolves, and I will help you get results in your business. That's what I do. That's not me. I didn't feed it with any of this biased information. This is all from the web, from ChatGPT. And then, actually, yeah, that's pretty cool. So I need to work on that tagline. Work less, earn more with AI. See, so now GenSpark is giving me better advice on how I could brand myself as a tagline, saying, hey, wouldn't you like to work less and earn more with AI? Join the AI community. Thoughts on Liam Motley, Nick, and Preston? I know all of them. Liam's pushing the whole AI automation agency. I have a lot of Liam's students in my community because Liam doesn't teach you how to actually automate. He teaches you on. He also has a white label software. I forgot the name of it, kind of thing. You're going to get inspired by Liam in AI and automation, but you're not going to learn anything like tactical. Nick, you'll learn tactical. Nick, you'll actually learn a lot of make.com automations. His content's really great, and he has a great community as well too. Liam, I'm actually still in Liam's school community. These are all AI experts, influencers, for people that are like, who are these people? And Liam, I'm in Liam's community. I'm still top 20 out of 150,000 AI automation experts in that community, which is wild. Preston is the most interesting out of all of them. Preston, if you guys don't know Preston, man, Preston is a very interesting guy. Super nice, super awesome. What Preston is doing when he's pioneering, I give a lot of credit to Preston. Preston is pioneering the offline large language models running locally that are private, that are not sharing your data. That's basically what Preston is pioneering. Preston is showing you how to leverage Mac Minis or more expensive hardware and run private open source large language models in like a personal assistant capacity on your computer, so none of your data is saved to the cloud, none of your data is used as training data, and you can customize it any way you want. There's a ton of like open source kind of thing. All roads eventually lead to open source. If you're like, hey, what's open source versus closed source? ChatGPT is closed source. You don't have access to the source code, so you don't know how it's making decisions. Facebook, Meta, their model called Llama, Llama, Llama is open source. And Llama, you can literally, Llama and DeepSeek, for example, they're completely open source. You could download them today and run them on your computer using a software called LM Studio. Completely free, runs on your computer. I'm running a Mac M1 16 gig. It's enough to like run DeepSeek uninterrupted. It's all private, for example. So that's why I would highly recommend it for Preston if you follow. So yes, I know all of them. It's a very small. I'm surprised he didn't mention Sabrina. Like she would be at the top of the list for AI consultants. Right? She's not a consultant. She's has the startup Blotato, for example. So yes, GenSpark is in the course. Oh, let me see. So GenSpark did a deep dive on me. GenSpark built a website in 3 minutes. Like this, there's not one mistake on here. Nothing is misspelled. Nothing is like hallucinated. Nothing. That's the crazy thing about GenSpark. It built a whole website, first shot, no mistakes. And then you could go back and like make any edits that you want. For example, you could do it in your brand colors. You could do it in different styles if you wanted to add photos or anything like that. Like you could just basically go back and forth and just talk with ChatGPT to be like, talk with GenSpark to say like, hey, GenSpark, can you add this to the website? Now add this to the website. And then when you're done, it's very easy to post it basically. I mean, shoot, let's be honest. It looks a lot better than my website. 1000%. And it was built in 3 seconds or 3 minutes I didn't write a single line of code. So that's something that GenSpark could do, for example. It will write all of the code in one shot, which is actually kind of wild, without you having to do that. Nice. Last couple questions. Oh, free gift. Your second free gift I got to give you guys. I'm going to give you guys 1,000 free credits in GenSpark because that would be amazing. And I'm going to give it to you guys in a QR code just to make it easy. So you guys are going to take a screenshot of this QR code. It's going to give you 1,000 free credits. I get 1,000. You get 1,000. It's an affiliate code, so it goes to support the channel and me. I don't make any money off it. And so, but you get 1,000 credits that you could. Honestly, the credits in GenSpark, you're not gonna run out of them. Honestly, that's the nice thing about it. Like we use GenSpark as our daily driver for all of our tasks and stuff. So this is my gift to you guys. I'm also gonna put it in the chat too, so you guys can grab it from the chat. Just double check. Yep. Okay. Take a screenshot. Few seconds. I can't show it for that long. Take a screenshot. This is 1,000 free credits for GenSpark. So take a screenshot or use the link in the comments. 3, 2, 1. Okay, cool. I can't show it that long because TikTok gets mad. TikTok's like, you're directing people off the platform. I was like, no, I'm not. That's my free gift to you guys. Awesome. Last round of any questions. We went through quite a few today. A lot of great tutorials, a lot of great demos. We got to listen to the story. I like the story of basically Jack versus Bob. Please just take AI seriously. Become a Jack. You'll actually make more money and actually have more job security and peace of mind leveraging these tools because it brings you so much peace of mind that you're like, and I'll give you a real example too. When I create my courses, creating courses and content is a time suck. Like it literally takes hours, like 2, 3, 4 hours to do video editing for a course. So do I want to spend 4 hours of my life editing video, or is there a solution with AI? And the answer most likely is there's a solution using AI. So this last demo, but wait, there's more because you guys are hanging out and staying late. So I really appreciate it. I want to make sure you guys walk away. I told you guys to take notes. I wasn't joking, right? Take notes because we're cooking today. So let me show you this last one, which is really awesome. I can't rave about how much of an impact of like pain free of like I don't have to deal with video editing as a pain anymore. That's why I love AI. I don't have to do the hard work manual anymore. I just give it to AI. That's my game. I'm like, who can I give this to and have AI do this? I want to build a website, GenSpark. You build me the website. I want to do research, GenSpark. You build research. I want to build a little tool, ChatGPT. Build my custom GPT. This is a tool. Wow. If you create content, if you create courses, if you do any video as part of your business, basically all businesses have to create content anyways, but if you have to create a lot of video, Gling. Gling is an AI video editing tool that edits the entire video for you. You're like, wait, what? Excuse me. Yes. Gling will actually edit the entire video for you. It is so easy to use that at the end of a video or at the end of whenever I record, I'm going to take, actually I'll take this as a demo. Let's say I finish recording a video. I'm going to take that video. It's raw, it's unedited, it has a lot of mistakes. I'm going to drag and drop that into Gling, Gling. And then all I'm going to do is check just these three boxes. One cuts the silence. One cuts the silence. That means if there's any silence in the video longer than a second, it will clip that. It will cut all my bad takes. So if I'm like, welcome to today's oops, made a mistake. Welcome to today's blah, 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 blah. I made a mistake. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Jonathan Acuna. Oh, okay, cool. That's a good take. It will take out all of those mistakes that I missed. And then it will remove filler words. The and right now, if I click that button, I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I gave it to the AI. That's all I had to do. And now AI is editing my video for me. It's going through the whole thing. It's making the clips. It's editing. I don't have to edit anymore. Do you know how much of a life-saving time that's why I could pump out 3 courses a month. That's insane. There's no one that's pumping out three full courses a month for the last 6 months to stay up to date with AI. And the only reason I'm able to do that is because I'm leveraging AI to automate a lot of my stuff. So everyone else is using, they're using Final Cut, they're using Adobe Premiere, they're using DaVinci Resolve, but now I don't have to do any of that. So now what GenSpark or Gling just did is basically it transcribed. Sorry, I can't zoom in, but it transcribed the entire video. So I have all the text. This is the timeline down here. I don't have to edit the timeline for here, for example. And then Devin's like, what were the 3 things to check again? Oh, okay. I'll show you that. I'll come back to that. I'll circle back to that, Devin. The only thing I have to do for editing, I listen to the video like an audiobook.
As a first-time buyer, these 3 lessons would have saved me thousands. I learned the hard way. Here's your shortcut.
So if there's a sentence in here, it's like it's still going to be like 95% accurate as far as like doing all the edits for me. Basically, it's like it's going to be 95%, so it's not like 100% perfect. But if there's any sentences that I don't like, I could take that sentence, I could highlight it and cut, and notice how it goes down to the, I'm going to do that again. It automatically goes down to the timeline and automatically clips out that area, that video. So here's the video. It's right here. That sentence, when I speak it, it's right here. When I highlight it and remove it, it goes down to the timeline and automatically removes it, for example. Oh, yeah. So the 3 things that it's going to remove is basically, let me go here. Let me go here. Real simple. These are the only 3 buttons that you need. I still have CapCut. Just be aware. It's not. It doesn't like replace CapCut. It technically does, but there's still a lot of things. This just removes like these 3 things: cuts the silences, removes the bad takes, and removes the filler words. It doesn't remove. It can enhance the audio, but I don't rely on that. I kind of try and get clean audio on the way in, rather than try and like worry about, oh, remove the background. I'd rather record. You technically should be recording in a noise-free environment. part of your production. Also, when you set up your cameras and everything should be locked off, like static. Like you should be able to sit down, hit record, and be done. If you have to set up your camera, if you have to get the SD card, if you have to get lighting, if you have to find a room that's not noisy, you need to find a dedicated room, a studio, to actually create content consistently. And that's all that corner or that room is doing, is just, you're just creating nothing but content. So yeah, that's Gling AI video editor. Special gift for you guys. Cool beans. And I just want to say thank you to, we had 2 members sign up, which is actually really dope. We have congratulations to both Mark, Linda, and Bob, actually. So Mark, Linda, and Bob, welcome to the AI community. You guys are actually, I'm going to do something special. Mark, Linda, and Bob, and for anyone else that signs up for the AI community, I'm going to send you a special calendar link, and you're going to book a 1-hour one-on-one session with me. Only for the people that sign up today. So 1-hour one-on-one coaching session with me, only if you sign up for the AI community or the AI certification program. I'm just going to throw that freebie out there. So
Thank you, Jonathan. I felt called out when you're using Bob as the example, so I joined like right at that moment.
I was trying to think of names. I was like, how can I think of names that was not someone in the community? And I'm like, my brain's just like,
There's a Bob that joined today, that's for sure.
I was like, Sally with the real estate. Who else does real estate in here? I wonder. No, so I'm trying at the end of the day, because it's like, I like the storytelling, which is also better, because rather than just show you a bunch of tools, it literally shows the 2 journeys of someone who's basically going to leverage AI and can solve any problem, because it's basically having like a multi-tool. They know what tool to use to get some job done faster. Or the second thing versus Bob, who's like, oh, I can solve that with Excel, or I don't know how to solve that, or using outdated tools kind of thing. So it's more, I wanted to do it like a Rich Dad Poor Dad kind of like style. And then also, fun fact too, if you ever wanted to write a book and become an Amazon bestseller, we actually have a small cohort inside of the community, not the certification program, but inside of the community of members going through writing their first book using AI and getting published on Amazon. We already have a few members that are already using AI and published on Amazon. So we have a small cohort of authors that are leveraging, because fun fact, if you're a coach, consultant, thought leader, expert, or want to become the industry leader, highly recommend. It's such a competitive advantage to publish an Amazon book, any Amazon book basically. So that sets you light years apart of all your competitors when you can introduce yourself with your book basically. We have 2, some are doing fiction and some are doing nonfiction. We have a couple science fiction writers in it. That's it's actually kind of cool, because they're using for the nonfiction, or actually fiction, I think it is, they're using ChatGPT for the script writing, custom GPTs for like the brand voice to write in your style basically. Then they're using Midjourney. I didn't get into Midjourney today, I'm so sad. That would be probably for next one actually, and I'll give you guys a quick VO3 since you guys are staying right now. Cool, just a little extra bonus, but wait, there's more. So we have people that are using VO3 to illustrate their books, to do images, and then we also have, which is actually kind of cool, 11 Labs. 11 Labs does text to voice. So we have members that took their draft or their book, put it into 11 Labs, and got a full audio book done in about 10 minutes with like no effort. They just upload the script, choose the voice, and click render, and that's it. 3 buttons. 3 buttons, and you could turn any text into an audiobook in any voice that you want. Professional narration. That's a real fun one. When is your next cohort starting? We're actually starting one next week. Not this week, but the week after. We technically start the cohorts every week. We just have different time slots, depending on some people in the mornings, some people in the evenings. You only meet 2 days a week. It's 90 minutes. And then we go through the top 8 AI tools. And then we have projects on all of them basically, which is super nice. So we actually go through and and they're hands-on business projects. You're going to build apps, you're going to build websites, you're going to build custom GPTs, you're going to build Zapier automations, you're going to build AI NAN automations, you're going to do AI video, you're going to do AI images, we're going to touch Midjourney. We're also going to touch VO3, which I'll do a quick demo of a VO3 video, which is insane. So for some people are like, how do you create images or videos? This one's Midjourney. And then we teach you like GenSpark, custom GPTs, ChatGPT, the best. We just picked 8 of the best, not that they're most popular, but they're the most useful. Meaning, it's like I treat it like a multi-tool. If there's something that actually this one here, I treat it like a multi-tool. So if you're actually here it is. You can build anything with AI using roughly these tools, these 8 AI tools. Notion, Chatbase, GenSpark, ChatGPT, custom GPTs, Claude, NAN, Zapier, Lovable, Midjourney, and a little bit of VO3 in there. These are the most powerful 8 AI tools that are out there. VO3, we just did a course on VO3 yesterday. And by the way, I think for members in the community, I'm going to give you guys something special later today on VO3, which is actually kind of cool. I'm going to give you a prompt template, and I'm going to give you actually a new custom GPT to create VO3 prompts. We gave a prompt 3 generator to the community yesterday, but I found some tips as I play with it. So for the members in the community, if you took the VO3 course yesterday, know that you're going to get an updated custom GPT that's going to help you craft prompts properly for when you do VO3. So if you guys don't know, VO3 is the gold standard. If you see anything online that's anything more or less hyper realistic when it comes to AI video, it's most likely going to be VO3. This is the Yeti videos, the cutting into rocks, the chewing on lava, the bunnies on the trampoline, all of those AI videos, they're all getting created with VO3. VO3 is an AI video generation, is the gold standard. The reason why it makes this one so unique is that 1, hyper realistic. 2, it will actually let's go to this one for example. It will actually add audio and character narration. That's something unique that all the other models can't do, is that it will actually create the videos, create the characters, make it look realistic, add the sound effects, and add the narration talking, and do the lip syncing all in one go. And as long as your prompts are accurate, meaning your prompts, because everything, I didn't touch it because it's too basic, but prompt engineering is definitely a thing. It's something we go heavy in the community because you do need to know how to do prompt engineering. And if you're like, John, what's prompt engineering? These are our prompts. This whole paragraph of text that looks like code, which it technically isn't, this is how we do prompting for VO3. So that's how you could get real super hyper realistic movie quality videos. It all comes down to your prompt. So none of this 1 or 3 sentence basic, like 3rd grader, type it in, make me a video about a dog running on a beach. We show you how to prompt so that you could create cinematic movies, so that more importantly, you could create commercial ads for your business to get more leads, to get more sales. So this is actually a commercial, because I built this last night. It's actually really cool. Actually, I recorded my first AI commercial using V3 last night in last night's live stream. I go live daily. I go live daily usually around 6 p.m. And when I go live, I usually do a project. And last night, this 30-second commercial is all done using VO3. Everything you see is VO3. And it took 30 minutes to create, which is kind of wild. Okay, here we go.
How did he do all this? It's impossible. Need anything else?
I don't know. It's a very simple commercial. You want to work, if you have to work late, you shouldn't have to work late anymore. You should have AI skills to do the work for you. So AI commercial, get certified so that you can create commercials for your business. 6 p.m. So I go live every day, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that's just my live stream schedule. I don't go as this comprehensive. I usually just do like kind of light level updates and demos just to kind of keep you guys up to date. It also helps me stay up to date too. So, and that's on TikTok and YouTube at the same time, live streamed. So, fun fact there. That's VO3. That one's going to be very interesting. I haven't played with VO3. Lonnie says, I haven't played with VO3. What is the price point for videos like this? So VO3 price, there's really there's three video generation tools on how, or if you're going to generate AI video, there are three different ways to do AI video, and it's basically going to come down to the price, and this will be the last part. VO3 price. Let me find plans. There we go. They make their website so different. There we go. Come on, show me that one cool website. I want that one website that has the pricing. Oh, maybe this one. No, that's not it. Okay, here. We'll just use this. Okay, there's two plans when it comes to VO3 in order to get access to it. There's a pro plan and an ultra plan. Each one, the only difference is basically the number of credits that you get. I'm on the pro plan. I think I got 1,000 credits to use VO3. So I can use VO3, and then if I want to continue, it's like $20 a month. $20 a month allows me to create 3 30-second commercials. That's all. 3 really good 30-second commercials. 2 maybe. Is definitely going to be on the AI Pro. If you want to go more, then I thought it would be more than that. Because it's different when you define, like, I'm not defining by scenes. Like, because for me to create that 30-second ad that I created, and I was heavy prompting so that I get little mistakes, it took about... See, the thing is, when you're in VO3, you get 2 options to run it. You could do it with little tokens or a lot of tokens. Little quality, higher quality. If you do the low quality, you can rip out a bunch of videos, like let's say maybe 5 or 6. But if you're going to create like really high quality videos with like VO3, like really high quality, then you're going to go into maybe 1 or 2. Kind of thing. That's just on the pro plan. If you're going to create more, it's definitely going to be on the ultra plan. And the reason why is because the problem is they don't give you that many credits. That's the only downside. Actually, this one's going to give you a ton. So this one gives you 1,000, but I'll burn 1,000 in like 2 weeks, honestly. And then here they'll give you 1,200. I could do 1,200, but you're going to pay 124 or 250 a month for that credits. So you're realistically only going to do AI Ultra, the plan for AI Video 3. If you're like pumping out, like, AI content is part of your game. Like you want to do viral content, you want to do viral videos, you want to pump out a lot of really high quality content for your brand or for other brands to charge it as a service, you're going to be in the Ultra plan, which then highly worth it. For example, for the quality, for sure. All the viral videos that you're seeing online, 90% of them are, well, it's like 80%. 80% are done with VO3. The other, it's usually either Runway is another one that's more affordable. Runway is like, I think $100 a month. Don't quote me. Runway creates images and videos. It's used by AI filmmakers. It's very hyper realistic for these videos. Everything you see is AI video. But you still have to add the sound effects. You still have to add the captions. You still have to add the narration. That's the only thing that you don't get with Runway. Runway will generate the videos, but it won't make the people speak. That's what VO3 makes it so unique, is that you can actually get the person to actually speak, which is actually kind of wild. Cool beans. All right. So we covered a lot. We covered custom GPTs, HeyGen, retail, GenSpark, built a website, used, so much, VO3, Midjourney. We talked a little about end-to-end and Zapier automation. That is a ton. If you guys just followed today and took some notes, you got a rough overview of where is the state of AI. But I'm barely scratching the surface. Barely. Like, there's still, I barely covered 8 tools today. There's technically 24 tools that are much, much more out there. These are all the courses and tools we cover in the community. I don't want to overwhelm you, but there's a lot. We structured everything so that there's like there's a clear path of where to start to where to finish on how to use AI. So we want to make sure that you're using the best AI tools. This was a great demo. The fact that I could take a photo and deep fake her and have her say whatever I want, like, great power comes great responsibility. Of course, use your powers for good when it comes to AI, but this was just from a photo. We got a video.
As a first-time buyer, these 3 lessons would have saved me thousands. I learned the hard way. Here's your shortcut. Number 1, your agent
she doesn't have to get on camera, doesn't have to read a script, and all of that was done using HeyGen. Beautiful. And then we had Jack. Thank you, Jack, for teaching us the importance of learning AI. So last quick shout out. Thank you so much and welcome, Mark, Linda, Bob. For Mark, Linda, and Bob, I'm going to send you guys a special link to book a one-on-one 1-hour session with me for free. And then I could dive deeper into your goals because I want to make sure you guys have a clear roadmap. You could get the full experience of the community. More importantly, join one of our weekly events. We have 5 days a week of events and live classes. We actually have guest speakers too. So we have 5 days a week of office hours, show and tell, networking, and guest speakers, or usually I'll teach a class. Yesterday I taught VO3, which is actually really dope. So cool beans. I'm going to call it there. So thank you everyone for joining today's AI workshop. We learned a lot. I appreciate each and every one of you for asking all of your AI questions. So main 2 things to stay up to date is basically I go live every day, 6 p.m. And talk about AI. You can find me there. You can always find me in the community as well too. We start cohorts for the certification program every week. So every week you could technically join a new cohort for the certification. If I had to just make a path, I highly recommend start with the certification program because you get the one-on-one attention in there, and we go through the best of the best tools. So then when you join the community, you already made friends with all the 15 people inside of the cohort that you'll meet regularly. You'll have starting partners, you'll make friends there. And then second, when you join the community, 1, you're caught up to date, and then 2, you have friends in there that you can continue to learn and grow and meet regularly. We have a lot of people that started their own, started businesses together, that are meeting with study sessions, that are doing deep dives on projects, that are collaborating and being guests on each other's podcasts and interviews, which is actually super cool. So awesome. I'm Jonathan Acuna, Dr. AI. Hope to see you guys next Saturday, same time, to learn and grow. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Please follow me on all social media and share this with a friend so that they could come and attend and learn AI with you. It's just best things is like pick one tool for 30 days, practice that one tool. And then number 2, please just join a community. If it's mine or anywhere else, really doesn't matter, but where you're surrounded with other people that this is all they're doing, that's going to help you stay up to date with AI. deep dives, or not deep dives, but these live longer trainings are 2 hours every Sunday. So same Sunday, same time. So if you click the link in the bio, is the link to sign up for free. So you can sign up, be part of the newsletter. You'll get updates on new when we launch new courses on there. And then yeah, we're always launching mini workshops. We have workshops, we have the cohort, we have the certification program, basically everything you need to stay up to date with AI. So awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for